This is your before and after story, where your first steps towards a new life-changing career begin. Southeastern College can take you there. We offer in-demand hybrid and online programs with hands-on training, led by in-field career professionals, and career services to put you on the path to a rewarding and fulfilling future. This is where your transformation begins. Southeastern College, your future is bright. Visit sec.edu to get started.
Now, the greatest radio shows of all time.
Suspense.
The Shadow Node.
Washington calling David Harding, Counter Spy.
Classic radio theater.
The Great Gildersleeve.
Fibber McGee and Molly.
Dragnet. Gunsmoke.
The Lone Ranger.
Now, step back into our time machine with your host, Wyatt Cox.
Good evening, friends of the Inner Sanctum.
Westerns, comedy, and some soap on this Thursday with episodes of Have Gun Will Travel starring John Dehner, Gunsmoke starring William Conrad, also Our Miss Brooks starring Eve Arden, Granby's Green Acres, Gale, Gordon, and B. Benederet, and Hilltop House. That's all coming up on this Sure Happy It's Thursday. This is the 17th day of July, 198th day of the year, 167 days left. Spain ceded Florida to the U.S. on this date in 1821. In 1898, Spain surrendered to the U.S. at Santiago, Cuba, ending the Spanish-American War. In 1938, Wrong Way Corrigan took off from New York, purportedly aiming for California, but he ended up in Ireland. I think he would have figured that out once the kept running into water all the time. President Truman, Soviet leader Stalin, British Prime Minister Winston Churchill met at the opening of the Potsdam Conference on this date in 1945. In 1955, Disneyland opened in Anaheim, California.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome. Disneyland is your land.
Walt Disney. The project cost $17 million to complete, $204 million in 2025 dollars. The American Apollo and Soviet Soyuz spacecraft linked up for the first time on this date in 1975.
Apollo Houston, I got two messages for you. Moscow is go for docking. Houston is go for docking. It's up to you guys. Have fun. Soyuz, Apollo, Soyuz, Chakivanya.
3 meters.
13 meters.
1 meter.
Soyuz and Apollo are shaking hands now.
Docking completed.
Docking is completed, Houston.
American-Soviet hookup in space on this date in 1975. President Reagan accepted the Republican presidential nomination on this date in 1980.
Together, let us make this a new beginning. Let us make a commitment to care for the needy, to teach our children the virtues handed down to us by our families, to have the courage to defend those values and virtues and the willingness to sacrifice for them.
President Reagan on this date in 1980. In 1981, a pair of walkways above the lobby of Kansas City's Hyatt Regency Hotel collapsed. 114 people were killed, 200 more injured. This man survived.
There was no warning. It was just, we were standing there and all of a sudden it was on top of us.
Horrible catastrophe in Kansas City back in 1981. 1996, TWA Flight 800 took off from JFK Airport, headed out over Long Island toward Paris. 12 minutes later, the plane exploded.
The Coast Guard received a call at 8:30 p.m. tonight of an explosion 10 miles south from Richards Inlet. It has been confirmed that it is a 747.
Looked like a flare, and then it just... I watched it for a couple seconds, and all of a sudden it just like split into two big balls of flame.
You know when like a rocket shoots up and it spreads out, but then it usually disappears. But it just came out of nowhere. It just blew up and kept falling. Huge flame.
It just exploded. You saw just a burst of flame, and it was all black around, and then you saw like another piece fall off.
Bunch of debris. That's some bodies floating around here.
2 explosions. It was just mostly
bright red up in the air. It was terrible.
Me and my fiance were walking along the beach, and we started walking, and all of a sudden we just seen in the sky like a piece of, it was a bolt of flame, but also we just like a piece of metal just happened to fall down.
All 230 on board perished. Today there's still no real explanation. Terrorism still remains a suspected cause. 6 months into the investigation, the National Transportation Safety Board Chairman Jim Hall quoted as saying, all three theories remain: a bomb, a missile, or mechanical failure. It was on this date in 1997 the F.W. Woolworth Company closed after 117 years in business. If you don't remember a Woolworth 5 and dime store, those were the days. 2001, the supersonic aircraft Concorde brought back into service nearly a year after the July 2000 crash. 2 years later, it would be permanently retired. 2018, astronaut Scott S. Shepard announced his team, astronomer Scott S. Shepard announced his team had discovered a dozen irregular moons of Jupiter. And it was on this date in 2019, Mexican drug kingpin Joaquin Guzman, El Chapo, sentenced to life behind bars in a U.S. prison. This is Tim Foley with the Drug Enforcement Administration hailing the judge's actions.
Today should be marked in history as the day American and Mexican law enforcement closed the book on the reign of Chapo.
El Chapo remains behind bars today at the age of 68. Passing away on this date in history, wonderful singer Billie Holiday, musician John Coltrane, pro wrestler Bruiser Brody, murdered in Puerto Rico on this date in 1988. Publisher Katharine Graham, author Mickey Spillane, and Walter Cronkite, all passing on this date in history. Birthdays today of those who have gone on to beyond this mortal coil include the wonderful Jimmy Cagney, Art Linkletter, who had a wonderful life, lived till, 97, 98 years of age. Phyllis Diller, also born on this date. Inventor of the laser, Gordon Gould. Vince Guaraldi, who did all that wonderful jazz for the Charlie Brown television shows. Diane Carroll, the first African-American to star on a network television series, born on this date. Fellow known by the pseudonym PDQ Bach, the irreverent brother of Johann Sebastian, Peter Schickele, born on this date in history. Also Donald Sutherland. We lost both Schickele and Sutherland last year, both at the age of 88. The Spencer Davis Group lead, Spencer Davis, born on this date. Nicoletta Larson, Gonna Take a Lot of Love. And Phoebe Snow. Those folks all born on this date in history who are no longer with us.
Hi, this is Jeff Foxworthy. It is now time for the birthday announcements. The following people are now officially older than dirt.
You knew him from Knight Rider. You knew him from Baywatch. David Hasselhoff is 73 today.
You're grounded. The beach is off limits from now on. If you endangered lives, it's my call. You're out of here. Go on, get out of here.
From Baywatch, David Hasselhoff, 73 today. Country's Luke Bryan is 49. From The Rookie and Days of Our Lives, Eric Winter is 49. And from Scream Queens and American Horror Story, Billy Lord is 33. Those just a few of the people celebrating the 17th day of July as their birthday. If this is your birthday...
Hi, we're the Four Freshmen, and we just want to say, Happy birthday to you!
And we're going to go back to a Sunday, July 17th, 1960, for two shows from that Sunday, both from CBS, John Dehner and Have Gun Will Travel, William Conrad and Gunsmoke. That's coming up next.
Have you ever asked a naturalized American how he or she feels about the business of voting? If you have, it's probably given you a whole new slant on the matter. To those men and women who were born in other countries, the right to vote is a precious privilege, and they line up before the voting booth on Election Day with the same high sense of pride and responsibility that one might feel upon being awarded some rare degree. Actually, the right to vote should give us all the same heady thrill. It is we, you and I, who determine the course of our country and the conditions of our own lives with those votes we cast on Election Day. Just one reminder, make sure your opinions will be counted. Make sure you cast your vote by being very sure to register. Registration days differ in varying localities. Check on the time in your community and get your name on the rolls. Then take advantage of all of America's media of communication for informing yourself on the issues involved. And then when Election Day comes, go to the polls with pride and responsibility and vote.
We continue now on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox with an episode of Have Gun Will Travel starring John Dehner. This goes back 65 years to July 17th, 1960, the story of the little guns.
Gentlemen, I thought I could talk to you in a quiet, civilized way, but it looks like that is out of the question. Have Gun Will Travel, starring Mr. John Dehner as Paladin. San Francisco, 1875. The Carlton Hotel, headquarters of the man called Paladin.
Oh, Mr. Paladin. Oh, Mr. Paladin.
Hey, boy, if you don't mind, I'm taking a bath.
Oh, yes, Mr. Paladin. Hey, boy, remember this fact, so he know just where to deliver important-looking telegram for you. You see?
Yes, I see. And to you, every telegram is important.
Yes, sir.
But it could have waited until after my bath, hey, boy.
Oh, hey, boy, not like to cause slowdown in great system of communication.
All right, hey, boy, bath or no bath, I guess we can't disrupt the nation's flow of information. Would you read it, please?
Oh, yes, sir. Paladin, Carlton Hotel. Need help at your price to stop range war. A $500 deposit with telegram. Advice. James Ellis, Mayor, Preston, Arizona.
James Ellis, Mayor?
Yes, sir. You know him?
If it's the Jim Ellis I'm thinking of, I certainly do. He was the slickest gambler and confidence man east or west of the Mississippi River.
You're going to help him?
Well, $500 deposit, huh?
Telegram man say you can pick it up at the office.
I can't see Jim Ellis as mayor of anything except perhaps a penitentiary. But I guess it must be true.
Mr. Paladin want Hey Boy to pack for him or get ticket for stagecoach?
Yes, Hey Boy. You do that. Right now, I'm going to enjoy this bath. It may be the last one I'll have for quite a while.
In the air, on the sea, on the highway, the man in command must be awake and alert. And No-Dose Stay Awake tablets help you stay in command when you slide behind the wheel of your car and move more than a ton of automobile into highway traffic. You see, monotonous driving can make you drowsy no matter how much sleep you get. And driving and dozing just don't mix. But millions of times a year, safe No-Dose helps keep drivers awake and alert. How does No-Dose do it? Ask your doctor. He'll tell you that No-Dose contains a safe and accurate amount of caffeine, the same refreshing stimulant you get in your coffee or tea. But safe No-Dose acts faster, is handier, and more reliable. Best of all, it is not habit-forming. Yes, No-Dose is so safe, it is legally sold on a national basis without a prescription. Get No-Dose Stay Awake tablets today. It could save your life.
The stagecoach ride to Preston left something to be desired, namely some other means of transportation. We rode through mile after mile of magnificent cattle country, large ranches and small. Preston was the center of this cow kingdom, a booming, growing, prosperous community. As I got off the stagecoach, any doubts I may have had that Mayor James Ellis might not be the Jim Ellis I knew were soon dispelled.
Paladin! Paladin, you old renegade, am I glad to see you?
I don't believe it.
Well, I am. Sent for you, didn't I? Got your telegram saying you was coming, too.
That's right, Jim. I just meant that I don't believe that you're the duly elected mayor of this fine little town. People must not know you as well as I do.
Good old Paladin, always joking. Well, what they don't know won't hurt them, Paladin. Now, don't you give me away. Hey, come on down to my office in the hotel lobby, Paladin. We'll renew our old friendship.
You mean your office is the hotel lobby?
Why, sure, ain't everyone's? Oh, afternoon, Mr. Cartwright. Come on, Paladin. I got a big job for you to do. I'm in real trouble.
Yes, yeah. You mentioned a range war in your telegram.
Well, that's what it is. Oh, howdy there, Fred. And you got to stop it. This is the first honest job I've ever had, Paladin, and I got to keep it.
Honest? It's political, isn't it?
Well, honest up to a point, maybe, but it's respectable.
Well, what does a range war have to do with your job?
Well, Paladin, if it gets started and drags out, it could ruin this whole valley, set the town back 5 years.
Ah, no town, no mayor.
That's it. And I got investments that'd go right out the window with the job.
That figures.
Oh, howdy, Ben. Well, here we are, the hotel. Yeah, come in. There we are. Sit down, Paladin.
All right. Now, who is involved in the so-called range war, Jim?
Well, sir, there's two of them ready to fight. Name's Marsh Jordan and Jack Sanders.
What's the argument?
Water rights. And what a mess. Ought to be settled by lawyers and judges, but Marsh and Jack just won't see it that way. They aim to do it with guns.
I know the type. Self-made, rugged individualists.
You hit it.
Well, who are these men?
Just the biggest ranchers in Preston Valley, and there's nobody to stop them.
Not even the law?
Oh, ain't been able to keep a sheriff for the last 6 months. Oh, folks could see this coming. There's no use trying to fight the two of them with a few deputies, that's for sure.
So you hired just me to do the job?
Well, Paladin, I got all the confidence in the world in you. This grand little community needs your help in growing up to be a grand and glorious metropolis in this fair land of ours. These people...
Jim, save the speech for your voters. I'm just the hired help.
Well, that's what I'd hoped you'd say, Paladin. I knew you'd help me. I mean, us, the fine folks of Preston. Come here. Take a look out this window.
All right.
You see that saloon over there?
Mm-hmm.
All right, this minute, Jack Sanders and some of his men is having a drink. Now, you ought to go and have a talk with him and... Oh, no.
Now what?
You see that big fella on the walk, the one leading them cowpokes?
I see him.
That's Marsh Jordan. A great day. He's going to go into the saloon. Yeah, there'll be trouble for sure. You got to stop him, Paladin.
Just like that. Huh?
Well, that's what I hired you for, isn't it? Come on.
I've heard just about enough of your talk.
There, Paladin. I told you they'd be at it.
Jack, I'm in control of the river right now. And you nor nobody else from the Sanders outfit's going to get it away from me.
Now, Marsh, Jack. Now, men, let's not be hasty.
You keep out of this, Ellis.
As mayor of Preston,
Mayor of Preston, you got nothing to say about anything between me and Jack Sanders. And you keep your mouth shut, Mayor. I'll have my foreman throw you out of here. That goes for your friend, too. Now, what was you saying, Sanders?
It's time for a showdown, Marsh. You and me will settle this right here and now.
I am willing, Jack.
Marsh, Jack, now wait.
Jim, you stay out of our way.
Paladin, stop him.
You tell me how, Jim. I'll stop them.
Now, Jack, if one of us gets killed here, it ain't going to stop our outfits from fighting it out to a finish.
I know that, Marsh. I'm just sick of seeing your face around town.
Paladin, do something.
All right, then, if you want it this way, you just draw.
Gentlemen, just a moment.
Ellis, I told you and your friend to keep out of this.
Now, who do you think you are, mister?
Gentlemen, my name is Paladin. And I think that you're both cowards.
Now, maybe I didn't hear you right, mister. You wouldn't care to say that again.
Not particularly. But if you give me a chance to make my point, I think I could show you it's true.
Seemed like I gave you and the mayor a chance to leave. I guess my foreman will have to throw you out after all. Hank, put your drink down and take care of him.
Oh, no, you don't. Now, I thought I could talk to you gentlemen in a quiet, civilized sort of way, but it looks like that's out of the question.
Now, Paladin, don't go too far.
There's no going halfway in this job, Jim. Either you hired me to do it or you didn't.
What do you mean, hired you?
The mayor sent for me to try to stop a range war. That's what I intend to do.
By what right?
By the right of any man to keep you from destroying this town.
We can take care of our own troubles.
Can you? Like Marsh Jordan said, one of you would probably be killed in a shootout. And that'd mean his family and his outfit would have to finish the fight.
Well, you got any better idea than settling our differences?
I was getting to that. What makes either of you any better than any other citizen? What's wrong with leaving your dispute to the law to settle?
Well, you're new here, mister, but you just asked anybody who's got the biggest ranch, who's been here the longest. They'll tell you I have. Marsh Jordan.
Yeah, now that ain't quite right, Marsh. The Sanders came to Preston Valley same time as your family. We got 4,000 head of cattle.
We run 5.
But you ain't got a string of 3,000 horses breeding or 40,000 acres of land.
I
neither.
got 35,000 acres and 50 men riding for me.
And I got near as many.
And my men are better than yours any day.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
Gentlemen, I am sure that you're both very important ranchers in the valley. But there are a lot of others involved. And that includes all the people of Preston.
Anytime they can come close to what we got, they can settle things their way if they want. Right now, this between Jack Sanders and me, and you and all the rest can just stay out of it.
Well, Marsh ain't often right, but this time he is. Now, you put that gun away and take the next stage out of Preston. And stay out.
You heard him, mister.
Yes, I heard him. I realize, gentlemen, that my gun is only a temporary advantage. But in the meantime, I'll make a little deal with you. Let's call it a bet.
You just get.
Hold up, Jack. I've never been one to turn down a bet. A fair one.
It's more than a fair one, I'd say. In fact, neither one of you could lose.
Well, what's your bet, Paladin?
You give me 24 hours. Till tomorrow afternoon at 4. If I don't have this settled by then, I'll pay you each $500. If I do, you both pay me the same.
What?
Now, how about it?
I hate to take your money, mister, but you got yourself a bet.
What do you say, Sanders?
Well, I don't know.
Let's give him a ride, Jack. We've been fighting this thing for years. Another 24 hours isn't going to matter much.
Well, I ain't got 500 on me, but I'll get it at the bank.
The mayor will hold the stakes. Here's my wallet, Jim.
Oh, yes.
There's a little more than 1,000.
I have the money on me. Here's my handy, Mayor.
Now, if you don't mind, gentlemen, I'm leaving.
Well, keep your gun handy, Mr. Paladin. 24 hours, you'll need it.
Come on, Jim.
Don't you get too far away with all that money, Mr. Mayor.
Great day. Am I glad to be out of there.
I know what you mean, Jim.
I knew you'd come through, Paladin. Oh, you handled that real good in there. Now, what's your plan now that you've got 24 hours?
Well, I'm not sure it'll work, but I know what I'm going to try to do.
What?
I'll let you know in 24 hours, Jim. Right now, I want to borrow a horse.
And now, here are Edgar Bergen and Charlie McCarthy.
Say, Charlie, isn't that your French girlfriend coming into the service department? Yeah, Bergen, isn't she a doll?
Pardonnez-moi, monsieur. I don't wish to bother you.
Oh, think nothing of it. Beautiful women always bother me.
It is my automobile. She has a squeak.
Oh, poor thing. It probably needs one of our Quality Guardian maintenance lubrications.
Fantastic. How did you know that?
Specialized training, ma'am.
Specialized training?
Oui. The servicemen at all Chevrolet, Pontiac, Oldsmobile, Buick, Cadillac, Chevy, and GMC truck dealers get special training. That's what makes them Guardian maintenance servicemen. They're trained to know your GM product best.
You are so wonderful. Oh, I must kiss you.
Gladly.
Oh, la la. How did you learn to kiss like that?
Specialized training, ma'am.
You're spilling your drink, Mayor.
Huh? Yeah. I guess I didn't sleep much last night.
Well, I can't say as I blame you, what with your friend Paladin hightailing it out of town the way he did.
Now, I don't worry about Paladin. He'll be back. You can count on that. Yes, sir. He'll be back, sure shooting. He said he would.
Uh-huh, yeah. Well, we'll know for sure in about 6 hours. I've been to the bank. Here's my $500. You'll be handing it back double by 4 o'clock, but I might as well make it legal, like.
Yeah, sure, Jack, sure.
You look kind of green, Mayor. Here, have another drink. You could use it.
You sure you won't have a little steak, Mr. Mayor?
No, thanks, Marsh. This coffee will do fine.
Oh, you city folk don't eat enough to keep a skinny coyote alive.
Marsh, why not send your riders back to the ranch?
Well, that wouldn't be very smart, Mr. Mayor, with a whole Sanders outfit in town.
But there's sure to be trouble.
Pass salt, will you?
Sure.
Thank you. There was going to be trouble before your friend Paladin stuck his nose into our business, and there's still going to be trouble. Only when it's headed.
But, Marsh, the folks in town.
Everybody took to cover already, Mayor. Stores is closed, wind is boarded up. Nothing can stop it now.
But you got to wait till 4. You both promised you would.
Oh, we'll do that. Jack and me got it all figured. He's got the east end of town. Me and my boys has the west. Come 4 o'clock, we meet you in front of the hotel and collect our betting money.
What then, Marsh?
Then? Well, sir, you don't find yourself a nice solid hiding place. You're going to be as full of holes as this here town of yours. Well, what time you make it, Jack?
I just looked. 5 to 4.
You sure your watch ain't fast?
Ain't never been fast before. Ain't now, Mr. Mayor.
How about another 24 hours, till we hear from Paladin?
Nope.
12?
Not a chance. Our men are at either end of town. They're itching for a fight. They're going to get it.
You ain't going to be seeing that Paladin feller, Mayor. He left his 1,000 so he could get out of town in one piece.
24 hours gave him a pretty good start. You might as well start paying off, Mayor.
But I got 2 minutes.
Now.
Who's coming? Why, that looks like Paladin. Yeah, it is Paladin. He did come back.
Got less sense than I thought he had.
What's he waving at us? Some kind of papers?
Ooh. Hello, Jim. Gentlemen, I'm glad you waited for me.
Well, you got here just in time to see us get your money.
Let's not be hasty. I've got something to say.
Well, it better be real powerful, Paladin.
Just might be, Jim. Mr. Jordan, Mr. Sanders. I represent a client who says that you have no right to endanger lives and the future of Preston Valley by starting a range war to settle your differences.
What makes this client of yours think he's got any right to say something that loco?
Well, let me see. This client of mine has nearly 15,000 head of cattle.
What's that?
Which I believe is more than your 2 ranches combined. My client has over 500 head of horses, counting working and breeding stock.
What are you pulling, Paladin? There ain't no such
My
ranch.
client works about 100,000 acres of land, which is more than both of you have, and he's got nearly 150 men.
I don't believe it.
If you take a look around the edge of town, you'll see these men are just waiting for you two to start something. They're well armed and ready to fight for their rights.
Paladin, what outfit are you talking about?
There's not one outfit, Jordan. You see these legal papers here? These are the articles of incorporation for the Preston Valley Stockmen's Association.
The what?
Those men out there are the smaller ranches in this valley, with all their men. Now, you add up their holdings, and you'll find that neither of you gentlemen can come close to them.
Well, they can't do this to us.
Hold on, Jack. I don't know. With that many men out there, might be they could. What do you want, Paladin?
They want you to join the Stockmen's Association. It's been formed to protect and aid all ranchers. Any disputes will be settled fairly and squarely by everyone who belongs. And they figure this valley is big enough for the little men and the big ones.
Well, so that's where you've been, riding all over the valley to organize them.
Each man that signed helped sign up others, and every one of them, to a man, hopes that you two will join up also. They even think that one of you would make a good first president of the association.
Even old John Nichols? And Pete Culver?
You can see for yourself. They all signed.
Here, let me see that.
I came here to do a job. Now, I'm not interested in taking your money. If you sign up, I'll donate my winnings to get the association treasury off to a good start.
You will, Paladin?
That's right, Jim. But I still get my fee, right?
Oh, sure. Anything you ask.
Well, gentlemen, it's after 4.
What do you think, Jack?
Well, what about the president? I might take the job.
What do you mean, you?
Then you'll both sign?
Well, I'll sign.
All right. I'll go along.
Good. You won't regret it. Jim, can you call a meeting?
Can I call a meeting? Oh, Paladin is mayor of this fair city of Preston. I'll call as many meetings as you want whenever you want them. And may I say now...
No, you may not. You call off your men, Marsh. Yours, Jack. The association will call off theirs.
All right.
Yeah, what about the job of president?
Yeah, what about that job?
Well, gentlemen, that's something you'll have to settle with ballots, not bullets. Yes, what?
Oh, Mr. Paladin, look what just came for you.
Well, look out. Be careful there. You'll break your backs. Put it down.
Lisa.
Easy now.
This also heavy box just arrived from a freight office.
Lisa, wonder what it could be in it, Mr. Paladin.
Well, I'd say there's only one way to find out. Open it.
Open it.
Oh, I'll need a hammer.
Here, I bring you one.
Oh, thank you, hey boy. Now, let's...
Oh, must be most important to be in such strong box.
It's from Jim Ellis, Preston, Arizona. There.
Hey, much paper, no?
Much paper, yes. What in the world?
Oh, Mr. Paladin.
Oh.
Look at fancy saddle.
Oh, my. Such fine leather. So much silver.
Oh, I'll be... Wait a minute, there's an inscription. In appreciation to Paladin from the Preston Valley Stockmen's Association, Marsh Jordan and Jack Sanders, co-presidents. Huh. I wondered how they'd settle that.
Next time you refresh, enjoy a frosty, ice-cold Pepsi-Cola.
Sociability, Charlie.
All right, Kay, how's this? Pepsi is light, refreshes without filling. You like to refresh? Have a Pepsi right now.
Well, offer it to everybody, Charlie.
I will. Enjoy Pepsi at the fountain. It's delicious at home, too. Have one at lunch or with a snack.
Charlie.
At the beach or at dinner. Wherever you go, wherever you're thirsty, Pepsi is there.
It's here, too, in our Be Sociable song.
Be sociable, look smart, keep up to date with Pepsi. Drink light, refreshing Pepsi. Stay young and fair and debonair. Be sociable, have a Pepsi.
For the weekend, have plenty of Pepsi around. Pick up an extra carton today. CK, I'm sociable.
With Pepsi, everyone is.
Have Gun Will Travel. Created by Herb Meadow and Sam Rolfe, is produced and directed in Hollywood by Frank Paris and stars John Dehner as Paladin, with Ben Wright as Hayboy and Virginia Gregg as Miss Wong. Tonight's story was specially written for Have Gun Will Travel by Rod Peterson. Featured in the cast were Joseph Kearns, Lawrence Dobkin, and William Redfield. This is Hugh Douglas inviting you to join us again next week when CBS Radio presents Have Gun Will Travel.
As it was broadcast at 6:05 on this date, Sunday, July 17th, 1960, Have Gun Will Travel here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Take a break. We'll do some news from that Sunday and then get back with some more Gunsmoke.
Did you know that you help to perform miracles? Human life itself is a miracle. Through the blood you donate and the money you give through your Red Cross, you help to preserve life. And now scientists and physicians have discovered another miracle you have a part in. Blood processed into gamma globulin for use in the prevention of paralysis in polio. To collect the blood, process it into gamma globulin for the protection of our children against the dread disease will take a lot of money. In addition, the Red Cross must continue to collect whole blood for civilian hospitals which it serves, for the Korean wounded, and for the building of a safe plasma reserve for national defense, both military and civilian. Blood gives life. Money packs and sends it. When you give through the 1953 Red Cross Fund appeal, you're helping to give life. You're helping keeping the blood bottles filled and delivered. Give and give generously. Answer the call.
And you're listening to Classic Radio Theater, the old-time radio show that deals in a lot of history. And here are some of the headlines from this Sunday, July 17th, 1960, 65 years ago today. Senator John Kennedy holds a 4% lead over Richard Nixon. According to George Gallup, the director of the Gallup poll, he went into his party's convention holding a slim lead over Vice President Nixon among voters. Which man have the edge at the November? We don't know for sure. World events seem to be topping the issues of the campaign. As I said, 52-48, the current poll numbers that were released today. Republican National Chairman Thurston B. Moore said yesterday he was certain Richard Nixon would be the GOP presidential candidate, but welcomed Nelson Rockefeller to make a fight for it. Morton, a senator from Kentucky, former State Department official, said his personal surveys had indicated 67% of party leaders throughout the country favored the vice president for the top spot, but that Morton was determined to conduct a free and open convention opening July 25th. John Kennedy laying firm hands on the Democrat Party machinery, all but said he intends to become a take-charge man in next month's abbreviated congressional session. The Massachusetts senator conducting mopping-up operations on the scene of his winning battle for the party presidential nomination. An electrical fire broke out in a control room midway in an East River subway tunnel last night, quickly filled the tunnel with smoke. Police said no trains were in the tunnel at the time the fire was discovered. Trains approaching the Manhattan to Brooklyn Tube quickly rerouted. President Eisenhower held up his golfing temporarily yesterday rather than risk a bad shot from the tee as smoke from a fire shadowed the green on the fourth hole at the Newport Country Club in Newport, Rhode Island. A vast airlift of UN forces in full swing last night to the chaotic Congo, locked in a war of words between its new rulers and its former Belgian masters. Violence between Negro crowds and Belgian soldiers threatened the capital as the UN vanguard of soldiers from Ghana and Tunisia took up positions around the capital. More soldiers were on the way from Morocco and Ethiopia to swell the UN force that ultimately might reach 6,000 men. A plan to merge the Great Northern and Northern Pacific Railways and 2 subsidiaries into a single line serving 17 states and 2 Canadian provinces announced in St. Paul, Minnesota last night. The announcement of the plan to integrate those 2 railroads and the Chicago, Burlington, and Quincy and the Spokane, Portland, and Seattle railways ended more than a year of rumors that a merger would be effected. The Central Committee of the Communist Party in Russia announced yesterday former Soviet President Clemente D. Voroshilov has retired from the all-powerful party presidium at his own request. He gave up the Soviet presidency 2 months ago because of ill health. He is 79. He had been president since 1978. Czechoslovakia reorganized this week into a highly centralized Unitarian state. The outward appearances of federalism that had prevailed during the first 12 and a half years of the communist regime abandoned in favor of open control from Prague. Belgium yesterday announced it has recalled its ambassador to Moscow for consultations, a move that made plain its displeasure towards Soviet actions in the Congo dispute. Field Marshal Albert Kesselring, 74, commander-in-chief of Nazi German forces in the West in the last months of World War II, died Friday night. He'd been under treatment in hospital for a heart ailment. He was 74. John P. Marquand, Pulitzer Prize novelist, died in his ancestral home on Kent's Island, Massachusetts. He was 66. And the United States plans to start using satellites this fall for forecasting the world's weather 3 years ahead of the original schedule. Inauguration of the weather satellite system will be a significant milestone in the exploration of space. Not only does the system promise to revolutionize forecasting of weather, it will represent the first utilization of satellites for practical purposes. Those some of the day's top news stories as reported in the newspapers of Sunday, July 17th, 1960. On your radio, 65 years ago today, you just heard Have Gun Will Travel. Up next, you will hear Gunsmoke on Classic Radio Theater.
We now bring you an important announcement for all Americans, particularly those of you who run your own business or are in a position to hire employees. This country is now engaged in a gigantic defense program which must be kept on schedule. There's no time to lose. To win, we've got to use every ounce of strength, industrial strength, in this contest to protect ourselves and the free world. That means we've got to give jobs, productive jobs, to all Americans. We've got to hire the handicapped. Thousands of handicapped persons, veterans and non-veterans alike, are ready, willing, and able to work. Thousands of others have proved on the job that when they're properly placed, they do every bit as good a job as their able-bodied fellow workers. So, Mr. Employer, give these folks a chance to help you increase your productive capacity. Hire the handicapped. Help them. Help your business. Help America.
We wrap up our look at Sunday, July 17th, 1960, 65 years ago today, with an episode of Gunsmoke starring William Conrad, Busted Up Guns.
Around Dodge City and in the territory on West, there's just one way to handle the killers and the spoilers, and that's with a U.S. Marshal and the smell of Gunsmoke. Gunsmoke, starring William Conrad, the story of the violence that moved west with young America, and the story of a man who moved with it.
I'm that man, Matt Dillon, United States Marshal. The first man they look for and the last they want to meet. It's a chancy job, and it makes a man watchful and a little lonely.
I just don't understand Chester missing a meal.
Well, sometimes, Kitty, when people get excited, they can't eat. And Chester's mighty excited. We all know that.
Don't worry about him. He's not missing any meals. He ate supper early, and I'm pledged to bring him a half a pie when I come back.
Shouldn't expect Chester to react the way most people do. Of course, he eats more when he's excited.
Well, what's he doing when he couldn't have supper with the rest of us?
Packing.
He packed all day yesterday.
Yeah, and he'll pack right up to leaving time in the morning.
You taking the wagon up north?
No, just our horses.
And a pack horse?
No.
Well, then he can't possibly take all this stuff with him.
He'll figure that out last thing tomorrow morning. Then he'll pick up his rifle and his bedroll, and we'll start off. It happens this way every long trip we make. Can't seem to break him of it.
How long since you were up on the agency?
A couple of years.
Yes, I remember, too. You and Whip shot enough deer to feed us all winter.
Chester stayed on with the squaws and made me a little pottery bowl.
Yeah, Chester's not much interested in hunting.
Well, now, maybe that's good. You turn a wild man like Chester loose on the agency, he's liable to clean it of game in no time.
You know, if there's one couple I envy, it's Whip and Gladys.
You're hankering to be an Indian agent, Kitty?
No, but they're doing what they want to do. They believe in it, and they're good at it.
I sure never heard of Whip having any trouble with the Sioux. Have you, Matt?
He's fair. The Sioux know it. They're a proud people. Whip respects that. Gladys is a big help, too. No, Kitty's right. It's a good life.
I'll bet they'd be glad to see you.
A surprise, most likely.
Surprise? Well, are you saying they're not expecting you?
Well, I'm saying I didn't write ahead telling them I'm coming.
Why, Matt Dillon.
They told me to come any time. And they got something near 400 Sioux on the agency. And 2 more people, one way or the other. Aren't going to matter much.
It'd be a courtesy to Gladys.
You get any mail from trail bosses or drovers telling you they'll be coming up from Texas?
Well, no. Of course not.
Well, you know they'll be coming, don't you?
Well, sure I do, only...
You'll be glad to see them. Make them feel welcome once they're here, right?
It's not the same thing at all.
Doc.
Huh? Me? Oh, no, you don't. I quit listening a minute ago. I'm not going to get drawn into this discussion, even if I have to go and help Chester pack.
I'm just as sorry as I can be, Mr. Jones.
Forget it, Chester.
I don't know that I can ever forget it.
Well, you can quit talking about it. That'd help.
No, sir, I can't. Talking it out's going to be the one thing to make me see it clear. Of course, I had it packed in the first place. We both know that.
Mm-hmm.
Had it in the very same carpet bag with them new boots, my underwear, and a side of bacon. Then the time come to sort out what I'd take for sure. And mind you, you was hounding me not to bring so many extras.
Yeah, I remember that.
Well, so I figure, who needs new boots? And that's the way I come to leave the coffee pot behind.
Yeah. Well, we managed with 10 cans so far. And in another 3 miles or so, Gladys will have a pot on the stove.
I sure won't make that mistake again.
Yeah. Next time, bring your boots, Chester.
Look yonder, Mr. Dillon. Coming over that ridge. Looks like a welcoming party.
Yeah, might be.
Well, it appears to me they're all Indians, Mr. Dillon.
Well, it's a Sioux reservation, Chester.
Well, yes, of course.
So let's hold up a minute.
I tell you, if they're riding toward you this way, it's comforting to know they ain't hostile.
Yeah, you bet it is.
You, both, get off horse.
Aren't you Big Feather?
I am Big Feather. Get off horse.
Mr. Dillon?
Just get off, Chester.
Tonya. Look through packs. Make search.
What are they looking for, Mr.
I don't know. I guess you don't remember me, Big Feather. Matt Dillon.
You are a friend of White Agent. Big Feather know you. You bring wagon?
No.
Bring pack mule?
No, we're just as you see us.
You find nothing?
Nothing, Big Feather.
Why you come?
To visit my friend, the White Agent.
He asked you come?
No. What's wrong here, Big Feather? Has something happened to Whip?
You ask him.
He's all right then, huh?
You ask him.
Big Feather, I've come here before many times. You and I, we've hunted together. I count you my friend, too. Why do you stop me now and search me?
You have many questions. White Agent has many answers. Now, I ask you questions. Why you let me stop you? You have gone. Look, me, my braves, we have no guns.
He's right, John. Neither one of them has a gun.
Well, who took your guns, big fella?
You ask white agent.
Will I be stopped again on my ride in?
My people will not stop you.
My golly, there's sure something amiss here, Mr. John.
Yeah, I'm afraid so, Chester. I just hope Whip and Gladys are all right.
Mr. John, it's kind of eerie like. Ain't a sign of life around.
Now, there's life. You can feel it. Looking out from the lodges. But what they're doing inside this time of day, I sure don't know.
Last time we couldn't hardly ride through here for the squaws and young.
Yeah. Now, take a look at the lodges. Looks like they're falling apart.
You sure wouldn't know it's the same place.
Well, we're bound to find out some answer here.
Mr. Dillon, Whip's house ain't looking too fit itself.
No, it isn't.
Could be they're not here, I guess.
No, somebody's coming.
Get out of here, I'll blow your head off.
Whip.
That Dillon?
Yeah. You can put the shotgun down.
That's you, Chester? Yes, Whip, too. You can't always tell what's there and what isn't. Come in, both of you. Come on.
What are you locking against, Whip?
Trouble. Sit down. Sit down. Have a drink.
No, thanks.
No. Thanks kindly. Maybe you don't have to keep going. I do.
What kind of trouble do you expect, Whip?
What kind is there? Indian trouble.
I never heard of you having Indian trouble.
Oh, I got it now. I made my mistake treating them decent, figuring them for human. Well, they're not. The more you do, the more they want.
Like their guns?
What do you know about their guns?
Big Feather and some braves stopped us on the way in, searched our gear.
How'd they stop you without guns?
Well, that's what Big Feather wanted to know. I figured we were on your agency. I'd oblige them.
Oblige?
You got their guns, Whip?
I got 'em all right, under lock and key in the storeroom. And I'm keeping 'em. I watch over 'em half the time and Gladys the other half.
That's where she is now, the storeroom?
She's there, all right. I tell you, Matt, this is no life. It's no life at all.
Chester and I can spell Gladys for a while. You can both get some rest.
No. I never even asked what brought you up this way.
And I had in mind some hunting, but that'll come later.
You sure you won't have a drink?
What was that?
Oh, artillery like this. We got army near here, you know.
Yeah. Well, we'll head on out to the storeroom. You get some sleep, huh?
You just might, Nat. With you here, I might sleep. I just might feel safe enough. That sound like artillery to you?
No, it's not artillery, Chester.
Heaviest I ever heard, it is.
I haven't heard it enough to be sure, but it sounds like dynamite to me. Here, I guess Gladys will be inside here. Gladys?
Matt! Matt! Oh, you gave me a fright.
Well, Chester and me were scaring everybody half to death today.
It is you. It is really you and Chester.
Yes, ma'am, it sure is.
I just never thought I'd see any of my friends again. I'm sorry.
What? Gladys, is it that bad?
Oh, Matt, it's hell. It's plain hell.
Well, what happened?
Have you seen him?
Whip? Yeah, sure, we've seen him. But I still don't get the straight of what's going on here.
Well, don't expect it from me, Matt. I don't know. I honestly don't know. He's not the same. Whip's no more the man I married or any part of him than any stranger you could mention.
Well, if the Indians have turned against him, maybe he's got cause to change.
Well, maybe he has. I don't know.
But he took their guns. They must have done something.
Oh, taking their guns was the last he did. Before that, it was their food.
You mean to say Whip is holding back food from them?
Yes, they came to him with some complaint. I don't know what it was. Something about their hunting grounds. Whip got enraged, really enraged, and he began to cut back their rations. Finally, their guns. I don't know what'll happen next.
How long's it been like this?
Oh, months. I don't know.
You hear that a lot, do you, Gladys?
All the time. There must be big trouble somewhere. I never heard the Army guns this close before.
Yeah. Well, look, Gladys, we told Whip we'd spell you here so that you could get some rest.
Oh, no. I'm not tired. And you must be riding all this way. I'm fine, really. And later when Whip comes down, I'll fix you a nice supper.
Now, then, you just let us take over like Mr. Dillon says. You look kindly peaked at me.
No, I'm perfectly fine. I won't let you...
This, where the guns are locked up, Gladys?
I think so. I'm not sure. Please, Matt, I wish you'd...
You wish I'd stay out of it?
Yes. Yes, I wish you would.
All right. I know you're not afraid, Gladys.
What makes you think I'm not?
Well, Whip is. He's got a shotgun, and he keeps himself locked and bolted in his own house. You're not armed.
Well, I never was a hand with guns. You know that.
And the door here, it was open. We just walked in.
I must have forgotten.
You never were a hand to lie, either.
Oh, Matt, I'm afraid. I'm terrified. But I feel responsible. Please don't ask me to explain it. Just go on back to Whip. I really think he needs more help than I do.
Maybe he does at that.
I've been mulling it over in my mind the afternoon long, Mr. Dillon. I just don't understand Gladys giving them guns back to Indians.
I didn't say she did, Chester. I said the lock on that cabinet was forced, and she sure didn't want me to look any closer than I did.
You think that's what she meant by feeling responsible? That's what she said. Responsible.
No, I don't think that's what she meant. I'm hoping Big Fella can shed some light on that.
Maybe. Only it don't make sense. Say she did give Big Feather and the others their guns. Won't they just turn on Whip, kill him, maybe?
Oh, Chester, he's outnumbered 400 to 1. If they wanted to kill him, they could have done it long ago.
Well, how come they had guns in the first place?
The treaty, the Sioux, Cheyenne, natural hunters, the treaty gave them the right to keep their guns for hunting if they came on the reservation.
When you saying Whip has broke the Indian treaty?
And on the face of things, yes. Maybe he's had cause.
You sure this is Big Feather's lodge?
It was the last time I was here.
You come from White Agent?
I come on my own, Big Feather. You and I make talk.
You talk.
I want you to take me hunting tomorrow. Like before, you and I hunt together.
No good hunt.
Now, what do you mean?
Game run. All gone. No good hunt.
Well, what happened to the game?
Ask White Agent.
Now, listen to me, Big Feather. I want some answers out of you. Everything's changed here, and I want to know why. I want you to tell me what's wrong.
You not believe game all gone?
Not until you show me. I don't believe, no.
Tomorrow, with the sun, I show.
Good, with the sun. You bring your rifle, we hunt.
Not have rifle. No guns.
You sure?
No guns.
Or maybe your friend, the white squaw...
No friend. Take papoose. No friend to Indian.
Now, what do you mean?
First hunting grounds, then food, then guns. Now, take papoose.
Take papoose?
You will hunt with me tomorrow, Big Feather?
With the sun.
My friend, I'm just about to give up. I plain don't get a thing through my skull around here.
Well, why don't you go on up to the house and go to bed?
That means you ain't going to?
No, not yet, Chester.
I'll go along right enough. This sure ain't been the day I looked forward to.
Good night.
Good night, Mr. Dillon.
Matt.
What?
Over here.
Gladys, what's wrong?
You were talking to Big Feather earlier. What'd he tell you?
I guess you know. He says you're going to take their papooses.
Oh, I knew it. I told you I feel responsible for so much of this. I thought I could make him understand, but it only made things worse.
Understand what?
Oh, things have been so bad here. I thought I could offer them a little hope. They used to trust me. I told them we'd start a school for the youngsters.
And they took it to mean that you were going to steal their young ones away, huh?
A year ago, they'd have understood. But now the hate that's built up, the fears, the mistrust. I was a fool to say it.
You were trying your own way, Gladys. Nothing wrong with that.
I was sharp with you, Matt, telling you to stay out of it, but I was afraid.
Afraid I'd find the guns gone?
No, the lock, it was forced.
Yeah, I saw that.
But the guns are still there. I checked. I wanted you to leave so I could replace the lock before Whip found out. Believe me, Matt, the guns are still there.
I believe you, Gladys. Whip's in there now?
He's still sun up. I spell him then. Matt, what can we do?
I don't know yet. Tell me this. Has Whip ever asked the Army to come in and straighten this out?
Never once. I've asked him to, but he says it's his business.
Well, maybe tomorrow I'll know more whose business it is.
Mr. Dillon, I'm so glad you're back. This is a terrible thing.
What is it, Chester?
He's had him standing there since he found out old men, women, all this day in the hot sun, no water, no food.
Oh, what the devil for?
If them fool guns have been stole. He's been hitting out at everybody. Near beat Gladys to death before I pulled her free of him.
When did it happen?
Right after sunup. Right after Gladys spelled him. He went back to the storeroom and found them gone. Oh, he has been so mean, Mr. Dillon.
All right, where is he now?
Yonder, tearing their lodges apart, looking for them guns. You better look out for him. He's drunk and wild.
You better look out for me.
Look, there he is.
Yeah, I see him. Whip! Whip! Stop it!
You in on this too, Dillon?
If you've got trouble, you're asking for every inch of it.
They got their guns back. I can't find them, but I will, and I'll turn them on the lot of them.
You're out of your head, Whip.
Now, what kind of a friend are you?
I've seen the miners, Whip, blasting holes all over the reservation, driving the game away. That big artillery you were telling me about. Now, they tell me they pay you pretty good to let them mine on government property.
You hear me? They got their guns back, and I gotta find them.
I'm not gonna help you look. It's a rotten thing you've done, treaty breaking. This could start an uprising, sure.
All they need is their guns. Matt, you're a friend.
I was a friend.
I looked through every lodge, twice over. They've got them, but where? Where?
You better give them a looking over long as they're lined up here.
Where's an Indian gonna hide a gun?
You walk down this line with me. Now, do you see anything?
A lot of mangy Indians. That's all.
Come on, let's try another lineup.
Why? What for? This is just a waste of time.
You're crazy blind, drunk, mean blind. You take a good look. Up and down all the lines with the beads the squaws are wearing, the bracelets, their shells, cartridges. The old men are leaning on canes, only their gun barrels. The kids got arrowheads hanging from their belts, and right along with them, gun locks, hammers.
You mean they took the guns apart? They're wearing them?
Yeah. And if you're lucky, maybe the Army will get here before they get a chance to put them together.
The Army?
You're through, Whip. All through. Chester and I will stop at Fort Kearney on our way out. And we'll be taking Gladys with us. If she'll go.
Produced and directed in Hollywood by Norman Macdonald, stars William Conrad as Matt Dillon, U.S. Marshal. The story was specially written for Gunsmoke by Kathleen Height, with editorial supervision by John Meston. Featured in the cast were Virginia Christine, Vic Perrin, and Ralph Moody. Harley Bear is Chester, Howard McNear is Doc, and Georgia Ellis is Kitty. This is George Walsh inviting you to join us again next week when CBS Radio presents another story on Gunsmoke.
A badly edited, to remove the commercials, not by me, the person I got it from, episode of Gunsmoke 65 years ago, July 17, 1960, and the busted up guns. And it gives you an idea how much, even in 1960, they were trying to clean up a lot of the racial division between Native Americans and non-Native Americans. The times they was a-changin'. Okay, coming up on our Friday edition of the program, we'll have an episode of Presenting Charles Boyer, the summer series starting the Screen Star from 1950, The Mink Coat, The Adventures of Sam Spade starring Howard Duff from 1948, an episode of Romance from 1944, Stage Door, Gene Hersholt as Dr. Christian, The Story of the Joyous Heart, and an episode of Challenge of the Yukon. On Saturday, Dragnet, The Big Bobo from 1955, Confession from 1953, Challenge of the Yukon from 1951, and Dimension X, Dwellers in Silence. And on Sunday's show, Frontier Gentleman, starring John Dehner, Gunsmoke from 1958, the story of Marshall Proudfoot. I think we know who Marshall Proudfoot is. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, also from 1958, and an episode of the summer series from Suspense, Somebody Knows, from 1950. We go to Monday, and an episode of Wanted from 1950, The Man Everyone Liked, Calling All Cars from 1937, The Big Story from 1948, and the CBS Radio Workshop production of The Green Hills of Earth from 1957. Tuesday, we'll get back to Westerns, and we'll have a Fort Laramie and Gunsmoke from 1956, Roy Rogers from 1954, Tales of the Texas Rangers from 1950. And on Wednesday, Dangerous Assignment from 1945, The Man Called X from 1946, I Was a Communist for the FBI from 1952, and another episode of Calling All Cars, Corpse in the Shack. That's all coming up on the next few days here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Visit our webpage, classicradio.stream, to support the podcast. Up next, Eve Arden as our Miss Brooks.
Only a madman or a fool would intentionally set fire to one of our forests or woodlands. Yet 90% of our forest fires are started by people. Most of these man-caused fires are due to plain carelessness. A campfire left smoldering, a lighted match thrown from a car window, a cigarette not extinguished. In less troubled times, the waste due to forest fires would be tragic. In these dangerous times, it can be disastrous. Forest fires destroy natural resources we need to keep our country strong. They impede the production and transportation of critical defense supplies, interfere with military training, and may destroy military installations. Join in the fight against carelessness. Crush out cigarettes, cigar, and pipe ashes. Break matches in two after using. Drown all campfires, then stir and drown again. Find out the law before using a fire. One moment of carelessness can destroy national beauty and wealth that can never be replaced. Forest fires are a shameful waste because they can be prevented. Remember, only you can prevent forest fires.
And in Idaho, not long ago, we did have one of those madmen who set a fire up in Idaho and then killed himself after he shot some people. Strangeness. Okay, we're going to go back 70 years now, July 17th, 1955. Eve Arden as our Miss Brooks.
Now, Anacin, the tablets thousands of physicians and dentists recommend for fast relief of pain of headache, neuritis, neuralgia, and heat. The liniment that's strong yet does not burn. Present Our Miss Brooks, starring Eve Arden. It's time once again for another comedy episode of Our Miss Brooks Transcribed. But first, every day you hear more and more about a remarkable way to relieve the pain of headaches, neuritis, and neuralgia. The name is Anacin, spelled A-N-A-C-I-N. Thousands of men and women first discovered these tablets when they were given an envelope containing Anacin by their own physicians or dentists. Perhaps you yourself at some time have learned about Anacin this way. If so, you know how incredibly fast and effective these tablets are. Anacin is like a doctor's prescription. That is, Anacin contains not just one, but a combination of medically proven active ingredients in easy-to-take tablet form. When headache, neuritis, or neuralgia pain strikes, you want relief, and you want it fast. So, for your own sake, try Anacin, sold on this money-back guarantee. If the first few tablets don't give satisfaction, you may return the unused portion, and your money will be refunded. Ask for Anacin tablets today at any drug counter. Anacin comes in handy boxes of 12 and 30 tablets and economical family-size bottles of 50 and 100. Well, like many of us around this time of year, our Miss Brooks, who teaches English at Madison High School, has been making plans for a summer vacation. Last Thursday morning at breakfast, she discussed the subject with her landlady.
Mrs. Davis, this summer I'm really going to relax and enjoy myself.
Good for you, Connie. What are you going to do?
Well, I've been thinking of Europe.
What a wonderful way to spend your vacation. I can see you now, all through the warm summer nights, sitting out in our backyard thinking of Europe.
Well, I'm not just going to think about it, Mrs. Davis. I'm determined to travel this year.
My goodness. What made you arrive at that decision?
Well, frankly, I couldn't resist those Hawkins travel posters all over town. You've seen them. Let Hawkins guide you through Italy. Let Hawkins guide you through France. Well, yesterday I went to their office and told them what I could afford for a summer vacation.
What did they say?
Let Hawkins guide you through Yonkers. But when I told them I was a teacher, they made me a very interesting proposition. All I have to do is get 3 friends to take one of their tours, and I get mine for a third of the price.
Oh, that sounds wonderful, Connie. How have you progressed so far?
So far, all I need is 3 friends and a third of the price. Say, maybe you might like to take the tour with me.
Me? But, Connie, how could I? The only possible way I might afford a trip like that would be if I were to collect all the back rent you owe me.
Well, that lets you out. You see, Mrs. Davis, if I paid you back everything I owe...
No, I didn't mean to ruin your day, Connie. Your credit is still good with me. Besides, even if you did make a substantial payment to me through some sudden miracle, I still couldn't go abroad. I feel I should spend the summer with my sister Angela.
Oh, isn't she feeling well, Mrs. Davis?
Well, she's all right physically, but the poor thing gets more absent-minded every year. She really needs me, Connie. Did I tell you about our last telephone conversation?
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't what, dear?
You didn't tell me about your last phone conversation.
Well, you seldom tell me about your phone conversations.
Pull up a couch and lie down. To get back to my plans. Oh, there's Walter Denton. Be right there, Walter.
Oh, thank goodness he's not coming in for breakfast. We've only got 6 eggs left. Connie, before you go, I'd like to make a suggestion.
What is it?
Why don't you tell Walter about the Hawkins Travel Agency? Maybe his parents would like to send him away for the summer.
They'd probably love to send him away, but I don't think it would be fair to Europe. They have enough of a food problem now. There's something different about the car today, Walter. You've made it very cheerful somehow.
Just by adding you, Miss Brooks?
No, there's something plus me. I know. You've painted the top a nice shade of sky blue.
Yo, I've done better than that. I left the top at home. You are looking at the sky itself.
Oh, well, it's better than looking straight ahead. Nothing to see there but fleeing pedestrians. Oh, Walter, have you noticed the travel posters all over town?
Yeah, I have, Miss Brooks. Why?
I was just wondering. How would you like to eat your way travel across Europe this summer?
Me? Oh, my folks would never let me go abroad alone.
Well, so much the better. Maybe they'd enjoy a European trip, too.
No, I'm afraid not, Miss Brooks. They've already made their plans for a summer vacation.
Well, I'm sorry they've got other plans, Walter. It would have been nice to have you all along.
But along? Are you going abroad, Miss Brooks?
I'm trying to. If I tell you something in strictest confidence, will you promise to keep it quiet?
My jaws are a steel trap.
That I know. Just be sure you keep them shut. The truth is, Walter, if I can get 3 other customers for the Hawkins agency, I can tour France and Switzerland for 1/3 of the regular price.
Gosh, that's a wonderful deal, Miss Brooks. Have you thought about Mr. Conklin?
Only when I eat something heavy before going to bed. Mr. Conklin never takes his family any place but to Crystal Lake. They have a cottage there, you know.
Yeah, I know, but Harriet told me that her mother's fed up with it and would very much like to travel this summer. Look, why don't you drop in and have a heart-to-heart talk with Mr. Conklin?
I don't know, Walter. As a rule, he isn't very partial to suggestions that come from me.
But Harriet and Mrs. Conklin have been buttering him up for weeks. All you'd have to do is apply the final coat. And if I may be permitted a personal observation, Miss Brooks, you are without a doubt the greatest little salve artist since Florence Nightingale.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Kildare.
There, it's finished, Daddy. I've dusted your office until it shines.
Thank you, Harriet.
Oh, don't mention it, Daddy. Why, it's the least any daughter could do for a father who's so sweet and considerate and unselfish.
Please, Harriet, desist. All that butter's taking the starch out of my collar. However, I do appreciate your getting my office in shape. Mr. Stone is coming over from the Board of Education this afternoon to discuss next term's curriculum.
Next term? But, Daddy, we haven't had our summer vacation yet. And while we're on the subject...
While we're on the subject, let's drop it. I may have a very pleasant surprise for your mother and yourself if things work out this afternoon.
A surprise? What kind, Daddy? Oh, come on, you can tell me. I won't breathe a word to a soul.
Well, you'd worm it out of me sooner or later, I suppose. Briefly, I've made an arrangement with the Hawkins Travel Agency whereby we can visit Honolulu for 1/3 of the regular rate if we secure 3 other tourists for them.
And you think Mr. Stone might be one of the prospects?
Exactly. He'd probably love a vacation trip. He's often mentioned how hard he's been working. That's a laugh. Chairman of the Board of Education working hard. Don't quote me, child.
But, Daddy, what about the other 2?
Who is it?
It's Miss Brooks, sir.
One moment, Miss Brooks. She's the last person in the world I want to see this morning. always grumbling about something or other.
But, Daddy, I understand Miss Brooks is going to do some traveling this summer.
I don't care what Miss Brooks is going to do this summer, Harriet, so long as she's going to do some traveling this summer, eh? Come in. That will be all, Harriet. Run along to class.
Yes, Daddy. Hi, Miss Brooks.
Hi, Harriet.
Bye, Miss Brooks.
Bye, Harriet.
Well, sit down, sit down. How is my favorite English teacher this morning?
Oh, Miss Enright is fine, Mr. Conklin.
No, I was referring to you, my dear. I can't tell you how delighted I am to see you. I was just thinking of the past year and how you've helped so greatly to make it a happy one for me.
Huh?
Oh, we've had our little differences. Some unfortunate incidents have occurred, like the time you dropped the typewriter on my sore foot, the afternoon you spilled the ink on my new suit, and that day in the cafeteria when you wantonly rushed me from behind and scattered a tray full of food all over my vest. And then when you had the colossal go... This is all water under the bridge, isn't it? What I started to say was that I wouldn't have known what to do without you.
Well, that's very sweet of you, Mr. Conklin.
Not at all. Where would Madison High School be without teachers like yourself?
And where would we teachers be without a principal like yourself?
Oh, you're very kind, Miss Brooks.
You're generous, Mr. Conklin.
You're loyal.
You're sincere.
You're honest.
You're benevolent. You're true blue. Oh, I'm sorry if I forgot to wait my turn.
Miss Brooks, I heard you were thinking of traveling this summer.
And I heard you were thinking of traveling this summer.
Yes. I was considering the possibility of a trip to Honolulu.
I was considering Switzerland.
You'd love Honolulu, Miss Brooks.
Oh, you'd be wild about Switzerland, Mr. Conklin.
Honolulu is so relaxing.
Switzerland is so invigorating.
It's so colorful.
It's majestic.
It's delightful.
It's awe-inspiring. Oops, you almost missed your turn again.
Well, Miss Brooks, wherever you do elect to travel, I'd like to call a certain agency to your attention. Have you heard of the Hawkins Travel Agency?
Oh, yes, indeed. They're very efficient.
They're extremely alert.
They're up to the minute.
They're progressive.
I pass. Let's just say we agree that the Hawkins Agency is the one we'll both use this summer.
Fine. You've been most cooperative, Miss Brooks.
Well, you're sweet to say so.
You're extremely thoughtful.
Mr. Conklin, before we go around again, there's something I'd like to say.
What's that, Miss Brooks?
This is the first time I've ever heard of two people polishing the same apple.
Friends, when you suffer torturous pain from rheumatism, muscle strain, or backache, you want relief fast. That's the time to reach for HEAT. H-E-E-T. HEAT, the liniment that's strong, yet does not burn. The moment you apply it, you can feel HEAT's soothing warmth working to relieve your painful miseries. That's because HEAT penetrates deep, brings immediate relief to sore, aching muscles. Wherever you ache, just brush on HEAT. HEAT penetrates deep, keeps working for hours to bring wonderful, soothing comfort to the painful, aching area. Your pain seems to disappear. HEAT isn't oily, sticky, or messy. You just brush on HEAT with a handy applicator that comes with each bottle, and it dries in seconds. So remember, when pain of rheumatism, muscle strain, or backache makes you miserable, HEAT's penetrating warmth gives you fast, long-lasting relief. Get HEAT, H-E-E-T. HEAT, the liniment that penetrates deep to bring immediate relief. Well, Miss Brooks thought she had a great proposition when the Hawkins Travel Agency agreed to take her through France and Switzerland for a third of the regular price if she'd provide 3 other tourists. Mr. Conklin, however, has made the same deal with them, and so far he and Miss Brooks have succeeded in selling just one other person on the service, namely each other. In the school cafeteria at lunchtime, Miss Brooks is awaiting prospect number 2 in the person of Mr. Boynton, as the person of Mr. Boynton is completing an important phone call in the booth across the room.
Well, things are going just fine so far. Yes, I've got one of the customers I need for our deal all sewed up, Mr. Hawkins. When I told him I was going to use your service, too, our principal all but jumped down my throat. Now all I need are 2 more, and I'll be on my way to Mexico. No, I don't anticipate a bit of trouble. One of my prospects is waiting to have lunch with me right now. Well, thank you, Mr. Hawkins. Hasta la vista.
We're right over here, Mr. Boynton.
Well, I'll be over as soon as I stop at the steam table, Miss Brooks.
You don't have to. I picked up lunch for both of us.
Oh. Well, you shouldn't have done this, Miss Brooks. I wanted to buy lunch for you today.
You did? Well, I have the checks right here.
It was very thoughtful of you to take care of it, though. I shouldn't let you do it, really.
Well, you can still pick up the...
Bad enough that you pay for your own lunch without trying to...
Well, nothing's been paid for yet, Mr. Boynton. The cashier's on the way out, and if you want
it wouldn't be very gracious of me to make an issue of it now, I suppose. But I don't want this to become a habit. Now, from here on in, it's Dutch.
Sounds exciting. By the way, Mr. Boynton, I understand you're thinking of doing some traveling this summer.
Well, yes, Miss Brooks, I am planning a trip. Oh, I think it's the only way to spend a vacation. How about you?
Oh, nothing like it. I'm determined to travel this summer.
Oh, may I ask where to, Miss Brooks?
France and Switzerland, mostly. Oh, I can picture it now. Bern, Lucerne, Interlaken.
I'm going to Mexico.
Acapulco, Ensenada, Tijuana. No, there's nothing like it.
Yeah, but, Miss Brooks, the cities you just mentioned are in Mexico, not Switzerland.
I know, but I'm not prejudiced. Maybe I'll take a peek at Mexico before I hit the continent. Or better yet, maybe I can persuade you to come to Europe with me.
I don't know, Miss Brooks. Mexico's pretty exciting.
Switzerland's invigorating.
Mexico is so colorful.
Switzerland is so majestic.
Mexico is so romantic.
Switzerland is so Mexican. I mean, it would be nice to travel together, Mr. Boynton.
Well, I'm not planning a very luxurious trip, Miss Brooks. I'd want to see something of the back country.
Oh, naturally, naturally. I can see us now, sitting together under a big Mexican moon.
I'd hire a couple of donkeys, and after 5 days of steady riding, we'd be deep in the interior.
I can see us now, standing under a big Mexican moon.
You know, Miss Brooks, I'm extremely interested in the remains of the Aztec and Inca civilizations. And come to think of it, there's no one with whom I'd rather explore those old ruins than you.
I don't know whether to feel flattered or have my face lifted. But, Mr. Boynton, wherever we decide to go this summer, I think a good travel agency is most important, don't you?
Oh, yes, I do.
Have you heard of the Hawkins Agency?
I was just going to ask you the same question. They're very efficient.
Oh, they're extremely alert.
They're up to the minute.
They're progressive, and I pass again.
Then it's agreed? You'll use the Hawkins Travel Agency?
I wouldn't go anywhere without them.
Positively, Miss Brooks?
Absolutely, Mr. Sheehan.
Wait up a minute, Miss Brooks.
Oh, hello, Walter.
Oh, I'm glad I caught you before your next class. I've been anxious to find out how you did with Mr. Conklin this morning.
Wonderfully, Walter. He's promised to use the Hawkins Travel Agency this summer. And better than that, so has Mr. Boynton. Now all I need is one more customer, and it's gay Paris for little me.
Yeah, that's cute. And, Miss Brooks, I think I've got just what you want right here in my pocket.
He'd never fit. Oh, you mean another customer?
Yeah, exactly. I heard from Harriet that Mr. Stone's coming over this afternoon, and I happen to know that he's extremely interested in traveling this year. Of course, he might be a little tougher to approach than the others, but I've thought of a way around that.
Walter, what would I do without you?
Ooh, don't even think of such a bleak prospect. Hey, but, Miss Brooks, if you're going to sell Mr. Stone on a trip, you've got to do it graphically. Not just with words, but with gestures and costumes. Yeah, I figured that out, too. In the home economics room is a complete wardrobe designed for the senior show. Oh, there's one black satin gown in particular in there that's guaranteed to make young men old and old men young. Quel garment. Ooh, la la.
How do you know it'll fit me?
Yeah, the tighter, the better, n'est-ce pas? Well, you want Mr. Stone's eyes to bulge, don't you?
Bulge, yes, but I don't want them to roll down his cheeks. I suppose it's worth a try, though.
A try? Why, in this dress, you'll look like a continental spy.
Please, Walter, I just want to go abroad for the summer. I don't want to be deported.
Our Miss Brooks will return in a moment. We've come a long way from the days of the town crier. From the first moment airwaves put communications on a worldwide basis, the days of the town crier were numbered. Today, people depend on their radio sets to bring the world into their homes. Of course, there's something backing up the radio set. Here at CBS Radio, we have a brilliant reporting staff, including Edward R. Murrow, Lowell Thomas, Douglas Edwards, and Robert Trout. All four heard every weekday evening on most of these same stations. But there's a mighty important something backing up our reporters, too. It's the CBS News worldwide staff of eyewitness observers. When Messrs. Murrow, Thomas, Edwards, and Trout, and the rest of the CBS News great names in reporting, aren't off in the four corners of the world seeing for themselves, they're on home base receiving reports from a battery of newsmen whose many years of experience have made every man an expert in his section of the world. For top reporting backed by keen experience at the scene of the news, make CBS News your listening post on history, daytime or night, throughout the week. Well, it seems that both Mr. Conklin and Miss Brooks have the same prospect in mind as their third tourist for the Hawkins Travel Agency. This doesn't seem too illogical when you consider that they had the same prospects in mind for the first two tourists as well. However, this time they have both decided to convince their man graphically.
Well, Harriet, if Mr. Stone will fall for the line of malarkey, if he'll act upon my suggestion, that is, if he'll utilize the Hawkins Travel Agency this summer, we'll get a trip to Honolulu for practically nothing.
Oh, it sounds great, Daddy. And this costume you've put on should certainly help to convince him. We were lucky to find a flower lei and this uke in the senior show prop box. They go beautifully with that gay Hawaiian shirt you're wearing.
Well, we can only hope that... Oh, that must be Mr. Stone now. I'd like to talk to him alone, Harriet.
All right, Daddy. I'll go out through your inner office. Good luck.
Come in, please.
Oh, good afternoon, Osgood. Oh, pardon me, madam.
Oh, you were right the first time, Mr. Stone. It is indeed I, Osgood Conklin. Aloha, sir.
What?
No doubt you're wondering why I'm dressed in this manner.
Oh, no. All my principals come to school with flower leis around their necks.
Well, I could explain very rapidly, Mr. Stone, but first let me ask you something. Does this costume of mine give you any ideas?
I should say it does. But before I have you dismissed, I'm going to find out where you're hiding the bottle.
I never touch intoxicating beverages, Mr. Stone. I'm merely trying to create a mental image for you.
A mental image?
I want to go back to my little grass shack in Kealaka'u, Hawaii.
Oh, no!
With the huma huma nuka nuka apa swimming by.
Conklin, put down that ukulele.
Pardon me, sir, but it's ukulele.
Well, whatever it is, put it away. Have you taken leave of your senses?
Why, no, sir. It's just I heard you're contemplating a trip this summer, and, well, I thought I might be able to give you an idea of where to go.
No, I could easily give you an idea of where to go.
You see, I'm well aware of the efficacy of a graphic description. That's why I'm clad in this fashion. I, Mr. Stone, represent Honolulu.
Honolulu? What are you trying to do? Keep people on the mainland this summer?
Come in. Mr. Boynton. What are you doing with that sombrero on?
And that horse blanket draped over your shoulder.
Boynton, are you posing as a Mexican?
Si, senor.
Now listen to me.
No, you listen, Mr. Conklin. Allá en el rancho grande, allá donde viví. Había una rancherita que alegre me decía,
Well, now I've seen everything. Between that guitar and your confounded ukulele, Conklin.
I think it's ukulele, Mr. Stone.
I don't care what you think, Boynton.
I didn't mean to upset you, Mr. Stone. Just that I heard you were planning a trip, and I thought you might enjoy a visit to Mexico.
Mexico, nothing, Boynton. We're all going to Honolulu.
I don't like to contradict you, but I haven't decided yet where I'm going, Leilani.
Then I still have the chance. Allá en el Rancho Grande, allá donde vivía.
Now cut that out! Conklin, I came over here to discuss the curriculum for next semester. And if I can do so without any further interruptions, I'll be very surprised.
Come in. Miss Brooks.
Quand il me prend dans ses bras, il me parle tout bas, je vois la vie en rose.
Miss
And they say television isn't bringing back vaudeville.
Miss Brooks, what are you doing in that Parisian gown?
And an alpine hat.
He's probably trying to represent France.
But naturellement.
And Switzerland.
But certainement.
Both?
But of course not. Oh, there is nothing like Paris in the summer. The Arc de Triomphe, the Rue de la Paix, the Place de la Concorde, and Piccadilly Circus.
Miss Brooks, Piccadilly Circus happens to be in London.
Right, Governor, but if you were so nearby, you wouldn't want to miss that now, would you?
No, see here, Miss Brooks.
Then when you leave Paris, you must come with me to Switzerland. In the alpine villages that are French, you will find the wine, the women, and the song.
Yes, I'm sure that's true, Miss Brooks.
And then we go to the Bavarian Alps. Immediately you notice there is a big difference.
A big difference?
Yeah. There, with the women and the song, you get beer. Ach, what beer? 2 bottles, and you ski down the whole mountains without your skis.
Well, all this is very enlightening. However...
That's the way you're wrong. Is there no lightning in the Italiano Alps?
The Italiano Alps?
My shoe. What's the matter? You no remember Switzerland's Italiano colony? Costa Fazul.
Well, I don't know about the rest of you, but to me this sounds like Arthur Godfrey and his enemies.
Well, I was just trying to convince you to travel through Switzerland this summer, Mr. Stone.
I'm afraid I have no intention of going to Switzerland, Miss Brooke.
Good.
Oh, quiet, Boynton! I'm not going to Mexico either.
Of course he's not.
And I am not going to visit the Hawaiian Islands.
Well, then where are you going, Mr. Stone?
I'll tell you in a moment. But first, may I say that I'm very touched that you're all so anxious to have me with you during the coming vacation.
Well, that's because we're all so fond of you, Mr. Stone.
Then you'll be pleased to know that you're all going traveling with me this summer. You see, by bringing in you 3 customers, I get a very reasonable deal from the Hawkins Travel Agency. And the trip I have planned for us is a walking trip through darkest Africa.
Darkest Africa? Darkest Africa?
Miss Brooks, where are you going?
I'm going on a trip through darkest Africa, I'll have to get my batteries recharged.
Our Miss Brooks, starring Eve Arden, transcribed, is produced and directed by Larry Burns, written by Arthur Alsberg and Al Lewis, with the music of Wilbur Hatch. Mr. Conklin was played by Gale Gordon. Be sure to be with us next week for another comedy episode of Our Miss Brooks.
70 years ago, July 17th, 1955, our Miss Brooks here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Visit our webpage at classicradio.stream. Now an episode of Granby's Green Acres following these messages.
Remember how relieved you were when you heard there was at last a vaccine to stamp out polio? Remember the early doubts and fears that it hadn't really been perfected? Those days are behind us. Areas where the Salk vaccine has been taken by substantial numbers of children and adults under 40 have shown remarkable results. But studies made last year show that a most susceptible group have been neglecting themselves. Almost 41 million adults under 40 years of age have not taken as much as one polio shot. Do you doubt that this is important? If so, please note carefully that after 2 years of rewarding statistics, in 1958, the incidence of polio started to climb again. The vaccine won't work on people who don't take it. At least 3 shots, spaced as your doctor or clinic recommends, are vital for maximum protection from polio. The CBS Radio Network and its affiliated stations join the United States Department of Health in urging, get your polio shots. Get them starting now.
Now, Gale Gordon, B. Benederet, starring as in Granby's Green Acres. This goes back 75 years to July 17th, 1950.
Granby's Green Acres. I'll bet at one time or another most city people have said something like this. Someday I'm going to quit my job and buy a farm. Most city people just say it, but John Granby didn't. Of course, his family didn't like the idea, but as Mr. Granby explained to his wife, Martha, living on a farm is going to be a lot cheaper. Take milk, for example. In the city, it costs 19 cents a bottle. On a farm, you get it from a cow for nothing.
But, John, if a cow gives it for nothing, why does it cost so much?
Because somewhere between the cow and the bottle, someone's pulling a few fast ones. Yes, it's Granby's Green Acres, starring Gale Gordon with B. Benederet, Louise Erickson, Polly Bear, and Horace Murphy. Now, Mr. Granby Discovers Electricity. It's Sunday afternoon at Granby's Green Acres. Quiet covers the Doveville countryside. On the porch of the Granby farmhouse sits Miss Janice Granby. Suddenly, the silence is broken. Janice!
What, Dad?
Janice!
What?
Janice, where's the portable radio?
It's on the dining room table.
What did you say?
I said it's on the dining room table.
Where?
On the...
Never mind. I found it on the dining room table. I'm going to listen to the ball game. You want to come in?
No, thanks.
What?
No, thanks.
What did you say?
Oh, nuts.
Janice, that's no way to talk. Change your mind. Come in.
I will.
What?
I said I'll come in if I want to hear the game.
I can't hear you.
Oh, I'll write you a letter.
Janice, I won't stand for that disrespect.
Sorry, Dad.
Let's leave Janice out on the porch now and go into the parlor of the Granby farmhouse where sits the master of the household, his ear glued to the speaker of the portable radio.
Coming up to bat in the first half of the ninth inning of this crucial game between the New York Yankees and the Detroit Tigers.
What's the score?
We've seen some mighty exciting baseball here today.
What's the score?
Yes, sir. In both batting and fielding, there have been some wonderful plays made.
Oh, are you listening to the radio, John?
Are you listening to the radio, John? What do you think I'm doing, Martha?
Well, I was just
I want to hear the score. I don't even know who's at bat.
Jane Russell.
Jane Russell? John, what kind of a ball game are you listening to?
Yes, there are many celebrities here in the stands, and now we're ready to start the first half of the ninth inning.
What's the score?
The score at the end of 8 innings is...
John, who's playing?
Martha, I wanted to hear the score.
Crowd here is enjoying
John, if you've been listening to the game, you should know what the score is.
I just turned the radio on. The battery's weak, and I wanted to save it for this last inning.
Which twin has the Tony?
Who cares who's got the Tony? Which team's got the score?
Now Rizzuto's coming up to bat.
Rizzuto,
And the score, once again at the beginning of the ninth inning, is Yankees nothing, Detroit nothing.
Did you hear that, Martha? The score is 0-0.
Oh, then you haven't missed anything, dear.
Martha, would you please be quiet? Rizzuto's up. I want to hear what's happening.
2 out.
2 out? How did that happen?
Rizzuto flied out to center field, and Woodling grounded out the pitcher to first. The next batter is DiMaggio.
Come on, DeMaz. Knock that old apple over the fence.
Apple? I thought they used baseballs.
Martha, will you please let me listen to the ball?
All right. Can you make it louder? I can't hear
How
it.
can anybody hear anything when you're talking all the time?
But can't you turn up the volume?
I've turned it up as far as it'll go. The battery is getting weaker. Now, for goodness sakes, be quiet. I want to find out what DiMaggio's going to do.
Who is he?
Who is DiMaggio? Oh, Martha, be quiet so I can hear.
And the bases are loaded.
The bases are loaded?
And there are 2 out.
Did you hear that, Martha? The bases are loaded and there are 2 out. It's awful.
Oh, it could be worse. With all those people loaded, it's a wonder there are only 2 out.
Martha, will you just be quiet?
Maggio singled, Johnson got a bingle, and Coleman was safe on a blooper.
John, what's a blooper?
It's... Martha, do you know what a pop fly is?
Oh, I think so, dear.
Well, a blooper is a pop fly that pooped. You understand?
Well, frankly, no.
There's going to be a pinch hitter for the pitcher. Now, let's see who it is.
Martha, I want absolute quiet.
But, John...
Quiet!
What'd you say, Dad?
I was talking to your mother.
What'd you say?
Nothing.
What?
Judas Priest.
Dad, what's your language?
Oh, for the love of...
It's going to be Mates. Mates is going to bat for the pitcher.
Oh.
Newhouser is set on the mound.
Yes.
Winds. Here's the pitch.
Yes.
And it's safe.
John, do you want to eat lunch after the game?
Martha,
Hmm?
you love me, don't you?
Why, certainly I do, dear.
You're sure?
Of course.
Then keep quiet! Martha, sometimes I wonder what you use for a brain.
A big goose egg. The count is now 3-2. What a spot this is, folks. The Yanks at bat for the last time in this crucial game.
Yes.
2 out. The bases are loaded, and 3 balls and 2 strikes on the batter. Newhouser gets his sign. He winds. Here's the pitch. And it's hit short left field. Evans fields the ball. DiMaggio is streaking for home. Here comes the throw to the plate. It's going to be close.
Yes.
DiMaggio slides, and he's...
Yes? Yes? Go on. What's happening to DiMaggio? What's the matter with this darn radio?
Oh, John, don't pound on the radio.
Go quiet. I'm getting something. Why did the battery have to give out now? Of all the times for it to quit.
Your father's blowing off steam. The radio stopped playing. Oh, is that all?
Is that all? Janice, don't you understand? Right at the crucial moment in the game, the battery died.
Well, we all have to go sometime.
Janice, I have one day in the week when I can relax and listen to the radio. All week long, I'm isolated on this farm. I don't have anyone to listen to but you and your mother. When Sunday comes, I like to hear a human voice.
What?
I mean, I like to hear...
John, it's your own fault. If you weren't so stubborn about putting in electricity, you wouldn't have to depend on a battery.
Now, Martha, let's not go into that again. I told you we're not going to put any improvements into this farm until we can afford it.
And when will that be?
In the fall, when I harvest the crop. This farm has got to pay for itself. Can't you learn to put up with a few hardships?
We are putting up with hardships.
Name one.
You.
Now, look here, Janice.
Dad, let's face it. You're making this a lot more difficult than it should be. That's right, John. Electricity would mean so much to us.
I can do without it.
Then think of Janice. After all, she's young. She might want to do some entertaining, invite some girlfriends or boyfriends here.
Martha, we had electricity in our apartment in the city, and her boyfriends used to come over and sit in the parlor, and all they ever did was turn the lights off.
That was only because we were watching television. And that's another thing, John. Without electricity, we can't have television.
That alone makes it worthwhile. Martha, I've never heard a sillier reason to have electricity. So Janice can have her boyfriends over.
Look, Dad, boyfriends aren't important to me. Besides, I have no boyfriends here. But what about Mother?
Has she got boyfriends?
Electricity would make Mother's work a lot easier. Why, we've got half the barn piled up with electrical appliances that we brought from the city. A stove, a washing machine, a dishwasher, an ironer. And what good are they? We can't use them.
Look, if anyone should complain about hard work, it's me.
You've got Ed to do all the real manual labor for you.
That's why I hired him. I can't afford to let my hands get rough and callous. It might interfere with my other work.
What other work?
Milking the cow.
Dad, if the cow is so sensitive, why don't you use Jergens lotion?
For your information, I did.
Well, that should have made your hands soft and smooth.
I didn't put it on my hand.
Dad, you mean you put it on...
It was just an experiment.
Well, I like that. You'd experiment to make things easier for that cow, but you don't bother about me. Dad, I can't understand why you're so dead set against having electricity put into this farm.
Janice, do you know how much it would cost to have the house and barn wired? At least $150. And I don't intend to use another penny of our savings on this farm. It has got to pay for itself.
Well, John, if we can't have electricity unless the farm can pay for it, then there's only one thing we can do.
What's that?
Sell the cow.
Well, Sell the cow? Sell the cow?
That's a good idea, Dad.
I'll do no such thing. Why, selling that cow would be like selling your mother. Well, that is... Well, what I meant, Martha, was that old cow means as much to me as you do. It isn't quite as much as... it was just trying to... It slipped out.
John, I'm putting my foot down. We're going to have electricity or I'm leaving.
But, Martha...
Make up your mind. Either that cow goes or I go.
But, Martha, where would you go?
John, do you mean that you'd keep that cow and...
Oh, I didn't say that.
You did.
I did not. I'll leave it to Janice. Did I say that?
Yes.
When I want a Supreme Court decision, I'll ask for it.
John.
All right. All right, Martha. You win. Eb.
What you want, Mr. Granby?
Get me the milking pail and the stool. I'm going to milk the cow.
Oh. Want me to get the Jergens lotion, too?
No.
Okay. Bewitched, bothered, and bewildered.
Eb, you have to sing. I'm in no mood for it. I'm upset.
Why?
I've got to sell the cow. Whoa, Buzzard, whoa.
Why you gotta sell it?
My wife wants me to. She wants to sell it so she can have electricity. Women. Eb, take my advice. Don't get married.
Oh, I don't intend to. I like being a bachelor.
Yeah, it has its advantages.
And less complicated, too.
What do you mean?
Well, I can put on my socks from either end.
Eb, I have news for you. I'm married, and I can do the same thing. Oh, I feel terrible about selling her. Why, this cow has been like a friend to me. She's almost human.
I know just how you feel, Mr. Granby. I felt the same way about a girl once. She was almost human, too.
Well, Eb, I better get started. Hand me the pail.
Mr. Granby, you mind if I ask you something?
What?
As long as you're going to sell the cow, why are you milking her?
I'm going to sell her empty.
Empty?
That's the way I bought her, and that's the way I'm going to sell her. Now, let me get this milking done.
You ain't going to get any milk from there.
Why not?
That's your cowbell.
Oh. Yes, she must have turned round. Here we are. Take it easy, Bossy. Take it easy. Here we go now. She isn't crying.
Maybe you better use the Jergens lotion.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. Where's the lotion?
Here you are.
Thanks. Now, Bossy, just relax. Easy enough. There. Now. If I knew everything had come out all right.
I don't know what you're so proud of.
Well, why shouldn't I be? I'm getting milk.
That's Jergens lotion.
Oh.
Mr. Granby, who are you going to sell the cow to?
I don't know. You got any suggestions?
Well, why don't you go over and see Will Kimball? You know, besides owning the feed store, he's got a dairy farm. He might be able to use another cow.
Say, that's a good idea. We'll take Bossy over there today. Where's Kimball's farm?
Cross the road from the Williams place.
Where's the Williams place?
Cross the road from the Kimball farm.
I know, but how do you get there?
Drive.
Of course, but how long will it take?
Well, you going to drive the car or me?
I am.
And it'll take 2 or 3 hours.
Why should it take so long?
Because you don't know where it is.
Hello.
Can I talk to you for a few minutes? That is, if you're not busy.
No. Today is Sunday, and my feed store is closed, so I'm just sitting here on the porch to keep them cool. Hot, ain't it?
Yes, it is. Mr. Kimball, I came over
here. It ain't as hot as it was in the summer of '02, though. Now, that there sure was a fiddler. I remember one day the schools closed, and the banks closed, and nobody went to work. Even closed the post office.
Because of the heat?
No. It was the 4th of July.
Yes. Now, Mr. Kimball, I've got a problem.
Well, what is it, Mr.
The name.
You don't tell me. I never forget a name, Mr. It's my hobby. Been a building my memory for years. Took a course in memory and training from the, what's the name of that there school?
Look, the name is Granby.
That's it, the Granby Memory School.
Granby is my name.
Oh, see, in relation to the fellow that runs the memory school?
None. Look, Mr. Kimball, I wanted to talk to you about selling you a cow.
That reminds me. Will you turn that there switch over there for me, Mr.
Oh, sure.
Mr. O'Sure?
My name is not... forget it. Is this the switch?
Yep. Thanks. You just milked my cows.
I did what?
That there switch turned on the milking machine way over in the barn there, Mr.
Oh, really?
Mr. O'Reilly.
Once and for all, the name is Granby. Can't you remember my name?
How can I? You keep a changing it.
Never mind. You mean you actually milk your cows by electricity?
Oh, I run everything around here by electricity. It sure makes farming easy.
Well, it certainly does. I'm going to put electricity in my farm, and that's why I came over to see you. You see, in order to do it, I'm going to have to sell my cow, and I thought you might be interested in buying her.
Well, I got a pretty good dairy herd now, but I can always use another cow, I reckon. Maybe we can work something out.
Good.
You know, Mr. Kimball, the way you've got your milking machine hooked up fascinates me. Do you mind if I turn it on again?
Not at all. Go right ahead. Hey, Gale, turn it off.
Oh, what's the matter?
You got it in reverse.
Martha.
Well, John, where have you been?
I went over to Kimball's farm.
What for?
To sell him the cow. You should see his farm. Everything is run by electricity.
Oh?
Martha, I have to admit it. You were right. Electricity is just what we need. And when we get ours, things are going to be a lot easier around here.
Oh, John, I'm glad you've changed your mind. I don't mind saying that I felt sorry about selling the cow at first, but now I feel better about it. I hope you made a good deal with Mr. Kimball.
Oh, yes, but it wasn't easy. You know, these farmers around here like to get the best of a city fellow like me, so I had to do some pretty shrewd haggling. It was nip and tuck for a while, but I finally outtraded him.
And he took our cow.
No, I bought his milking machine.
Junk you're dumping on my nice clean table cloth.
This isn't junk, Martha. This is all the electrical equipment I bought to wire the house.
Dad, you could have paid an electrician to do the wiring if you'd sold the cow and not bought that milking machine.
Janice, I can do the wiring by myself. You know I'm pretty handy.
If you're so handy, why do you need a milking machine?
Janice.
John, isn't wiring a house a pretty complicated job?
Oh, there's nothing to it. Look, I sent for this booklet from the Department of Agriculture. Electric Light for the Farmstead. Gives you all the directions step by step. Why, with this book, any moron can do it, so why can't I?
What?
Well, that is, I ought to be able to do anything any other moron can do. Oh, look, instead of heckling me, why don't you help me?
Well, we'll be glad to, dear. Dad, can I have the keys to the car?
Is that the way you're going to help me, by going for a drive?
I'm not going for a drive. I just want to keep the motor warmed up so I can make a fast getaway when I have to get the doctor.
Very funny. You seem to forget that when we lived in the city, I used to do all the odd jobs around the house. Remember when something went wrong with our television set? Who took it apart? Who found out it was the antenna? Who went up to the roof to install a new one?
Who slipped off and cracked 3 ribs?
That isn't the point. When I was finished, the set worked, didn't it?
Yes, but you didn't for 5 months.
Now, don't worry, Martha. In a few days, you'll be able to use all your appliances, and I'll be able to do what Mr. Kimball does.
What does he do?
He sits on the front porch of his house and milks his cows in the barn.
He must have awfully long arms.
That's silly. Look, let's not discuss this any further. The power company will be out this week to hook up the lines to the electricity, so I'd better get started with the wiring here.
You want me to hold the ladder, Dad?
Yeah, all right. Martha, hand me the hammer.
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
Oh, John, you really are very handy.
Naturally. It's so nice to have a man around the house. It's so nice to have a man around the house. It's so nice to have...
So nice to have a house around a man.
Okay, Eb, you can put the toolbox away. That's all the wiring I'm going to have to do here in the barn.
House all wired?
Yes, I did that yesterday. I think the men from the electric company will be finished stringing the power line by this afternoon.
You'll be able to use that milking machine pretty soon.
Yes. Say, Eb, why don't you try it on Bossy and see how she likes it? Oh, Bossy, don't be so old-fashioned.
You going to use that contraption on her all the time?
No, I guess I'll milk her by hand once in a while just to sort of keep in touch with things. You get it, Ed. Cows keep in touch with things. I know that was pretty funny, huh?
No.
Oh, forget it.
That won't be hard.
Come on. Help me drag the machine over here. I want to see how it fits.
Only one way it can fit.
I know, but I'd like to practice putting it on. Whoa, Bossy, whoa. Now, let's see. This nozzle goes on like this. This one like this. This one like this. And this one like this. Well, I guess if I can get it on my fingers, I can get it on the cow. So I think it's... Oh, what is it, Janice?
The man from the power company wants to talk to you.
I'll be right up there. Eb, help me take this thing off my fingers.
Okay.
So those things fit pretty snugly.
Coming up, the man's waiting.
Want me to come down there, Mr. Granby?
No, I'll come up there.
What'd you say?
I'll come up there.
Can't hear you.
I'm coming up there.
What?
Drop dead.
What are you, wise guy? Yeah, Mr. Granby, my crew's all finished stringing the line. Yeah, quite a job. We had to string 95 feet of cable from the main line to the house.
When are you going to turn on the juice?
Just as soon as you sign this receipt.
Why, sure. Let me have it. Oh, yes. $147? For what?
95 feet of cable at $1 a foot, plus labor.
You mean I have to pay this?
Well, I ain't.
Well, I ain't either. I mean, I'm not either. I didn't authorize you to put in any
What
money.
the excitement?
They want to charge me $147 to connect the electricity.
That's our standard charge.
Well, I won't pay it. Take down the pole. Tear out the line.
Dad.
Get a truck in
Dad,
What?
if we don't get our electricity from the electric company, where are we going to get it?
Well, I'll generate my own power.
And just how are you going to do that?
I'll use water power. We've got a stream running through the farm.
Oh, but, John, how would you get electricity from it?
Damn it.
John, please. You wouldn't lose your temper.
I didn't. I'm ill.
When you people decide what you're going to do, get in touch with a power company.
I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to have
Dad, now let's look at this sensibly. There is no other place you can get electricity but the power company.
But $147, where am I going to get that money?
John.
Oh, no. Not Bossy.
John, we're going to get that electricity.
But, Martha...
John, we are not going to argue about it.
But I bought a milking machine.
Use it for something else.
What?
Give yourself scalp treatment.
Now, look here.
John, my mind is made up.
All right, Martha. I'll go over and see Mr. Kimball.
Dennis, what time is it? 11 o'clock. I'm worried. Dad was so depressed when he left to sell the cow. Do you think he might have gone out? No, he only does that on New Year's Eve. That cow meant so much to your father. Mother, it was only a cow. The electricity is much more important. Now we'll be able to use the washing machine, the dishwasher, the ironer, and all the other appliances. Well, I know you're right, Janice, but Oh, there's Dad now. Oh, he looks so sad. I never should have made him do it.
Well, it's done. Here's Kimball's check. Now you'll have your electricity.
John, I'm really sorry.
Not half as sorry as I am. I've never done anything like this before. I hope I never have to do it again. My conscience is going to bother me for a long time.
Dad, you shouldn't feel this way. After all, what did you do? What was that?
Oh, what did I do?
John, wasn't that the cow?
Yes,
But what about this check for $147?
I borrowed it from Mr. Kimball.
You borrowed it from Mr. Kimball. But Johnny hardly knows you.
Well, I gave him collateral.
Collateral? What if we got that Mr. Kimball would take us collateral?
A washing machine, a dishwasher, and an iron.
Oh, no!
We'll rejoin the Granbys of Granby's Green Acres right after this brief but important message. Prejudice can easily be the wedge which splits a nation's unity, and in these days of world disunity, America must remain a symbol of democratic strength. Watch closely for words of prejudice and stamp them out. Only by individual alertness can our nation safeguard itself against the disease which strikes from within. Accept or reject people on their individual strength. Now let's return to Granby's Green Acres.
Well, Martha, I told you everything would work out all right. We've got our electricity, we still have the cow, and there's your washing machine.
Oh, John, we're just lucky that Mr. Kimball is such a nice man.
Yes, I'll never be able to thank him for this.
I finished the dishes, Mother. It's such a pleasure to do them in our automatic dishwasher.
Martha, do you want me to plug in the ironer?
Well, you might. And then when the wash is finished, I can iron a few sheets.
You see, folks, can you wait till the morning? I want to close up my barn for the night.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Kimball, and thanks.
Yeah, thanks, Mr. Kimball. Good night.
Good night, Mr.
Oh, good night. Bill Chester, Granby's Green Acres, starring Gale Gordon with Benederet, Louise Erickson, Polly Bear, Horace Murphy, and Herb Biker. Tune in next week when Mr. Granby bites the love bug. Granby's Green Acres was written by Jay Summers, Jack Harvey, and Dave Swift, and was directed by Jay Summers. Music was composed and conducted by Opie Cates. Now stay tuned for Leave It to Joan on CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Not directly shall we call it the father once removed, I guess you could call it, of Green Acres with Eddie Albert and Ava Gabor. Granby's Green Acres, 75 years ago, July 17th, 1950, here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Let's listen in a moment to what's going on in Hilltop Town.
As a rule, friends, we Americans see things pretty clearly. We should. We live under a self-imposed government, the most enlightened in history. We enjoy an extensive system of free education. We keep up to the minute through a tremendous, active, free press and radio. But in spite of all this, many Americans show alarming symptoms of a blind spot. Sometimes it's just talk, so-called harmless talk about fellow Americans of another race or color. But talk often becomes discrimination. People suffer, are denied economic opportunities, subjected to indignities and insults. And sometimes reason gives way altogether. Emotions take over, and the result is violence. See through this blind spot. It's un-American. It doesn't make sense to judge a whole group by the failings of one or two individuals. The only fair way to judge each individual is as an individual by his actions and by his character. See through these blind spots. They're un-American.
Okay, we're going to wrap up this edition of Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox with an episode of Hilltop Town, the soap opera originally broadcast 72 years ago today, July 17th, 1953.
Alka-Seltzer, first aid for the relief of headaches, acid indigestion, and muscular aches and pains. Alka-Seltzer brings you Hilltop House. This is Sandy Becker. Here's something many folks could probably say about their experiences with Alka-Seltzer.
Well, actually, there isn't too much to say. It's just that I had a headache last night.
And I had him take a glass of Alka-Seltzer.
In almost no time, my headache was gone.
Well, I think that's wonderful.
It is wonderful, friends, the way Alka-Seltzer relieves a headache so fast. But that's not surprising because tests prove the system absorbs more pain reliever faster from Alka-Seltzer. And here's something you might not have known. Alka-Seltzer is so gentle-acting, it actually soothes and settles your stomach while it speeds away your headache. No wonder so many people say there's nothing quite like Alka-Seltzer.
Like I said before, you should try Alka-Seltzer.
It relieves a headache fast.
And now, Hilltop House.
Is that you, Eleanor? Come on in, dear. Well, hi. You want something special?
No. Can I just sit here and watch you get dressed? I'd love to.
And I'd love to have you sit here. I knew my Hilltop girls and boys were finding every possible excuse to be with me. They were looking forward to my wedding day with great excitement, but it would be a day of sadness, too. I'd no longer be at the orphanage to share their fun and talk over their problems. They were getting accustomed to the new head matron, niece of our orphanage board chairman, Mr. Frank Clapper. It was a time of change for these children to whom life had already brought cruel changes. So I gave many hours to them, trying to help them through the fear that was only natural in a time of changes. 10-year-old Eleanor was the shyest of all the little girls, and she was the third one to come in and watch me dress for the dinner party.
I won't be in your way if I sit over here?
Well, that's too far away, honey. Come on. Over here on the bed, dear. Now, what's your opinion on these earrings? Do you think they're too large for me?
Oh, no. I think they're just super.
Well, which would be better with the dress, these or these?
Well, try both of them on, and then I'll be able to tell you better. Oh, you're putting one kind on this ear and the other on that one.
Who knows? Maybe I'll go to the party wearing one of each. They would set a new style.
Oh, Miss Julie, you're always such a lot of fun. And Miss Gladys is... Oh, well, nothing. Hannah says she's sweet.
Mm-hmm. She is.
Well, she keeps thinking my name is Ellen. Every time I have to tell her it's Eleanor, and she says, "Of course, dear, of course." And it's 2 minutes after that she's calling me Ellen again.
Well, honey, this is sort of a difficult time for her, getting adjusted to a new job and all of you children, and she's probably too nervous to concentrate on everything. She'll learn your names before long, honey.
I suppose so. But she isn't pretty like you.
Well, I just hope all of you grow to love her, and then you'll think she's pretty, too. Now, which earring is better, dear? The rhinestone or the pearl?
They're both so pretty. I guess I like the rhinestone better, because it's sparkly.
You're sure you don't want me to wear one of each?
Oh, you wouldn't.
Oh, you want to dare me? It'd be different. My ears would start plenty of table talk.
You better not do it, because it would be too different.
Guess so.
Who's coming to the party?
Well, this is the family dinner. Nina and Jeff and Reed and me. Next week's the big buffet supper for all of our close friends and some of the doctors at Jeff's hospital.
Are you just having dinner? Is that all?
Well, after dinner, we'll drive over to the country club for dancing. And what are your plans for the evening, Miss Eleanor?
Ooh, I don't have any plans.
You're staying at home?
Oh, no. I'm going to stay with Cindy and Marianne, because Mr. and Mrs. Abbott are going to the early movie. I like to go there. They always get ice cream when they come home. My favorite this week is pistachio.
Oh, it's delish.
It's going to be lonesome when you're not here anymore.
Oh, I don't think it will be, dear. Just different. And remember, I'm going to invite you to come to visit me after I get back from the honeymoon. And don't worry, honey. Well, I'll get together with all of you real often.
Will you invite the whole gang?
Well, maybe 2 or 3 at a time. Once in a while, the whole gang.
Well, that's something to look forward to. Hannah says we should be thankful you aren't getting married to a husband who lives in some other town.
That's right.
It is going to be different.
Yes, Eleanor. Things keep changing, and that's part of life, honey. We have to get used to the changes and try to make ourselves as happy as we can.
I wish nothing had to change.
Sometimes I feel that way, dear, too, but we do learn how to accept the changes, and it doesn't mean things are going to be worse. Sometimes changes are for the better.
Oh, yes. Hannah says it'll be better for you to be married, so all of us want you to be. We don't mind that. We're just sorry you can't get married and stay here, too.
I know it's hard for you to imagine Hilltop without me, dear, and it's making you a little afraid, but Mrs. Clabber is very kind. And once you get used to her, you'll find Hilltop hasn't changed so much. It would be a mistake to be unhappy because you're getting a new head matron. That isn't giving her a fair chance. Now, is it?
Well, I'll try to like her, honestly. But it won't be the same, because we liked you first.
Dr. Browning. Oh, yes. Yes? Well, no. I'd say about every 2 hours. That's fine. And let me know how you feel in the morning. All right, goodbye.
Jeff,
Yes, Nina?
are you in your office?
Yes, I am. I'm all dressed, and I want to look up a letter.
Will you zip me up? It's in the back.
What would you do if I weren't around?
Struggle?
And hope you wouldn't dislocate your shoulder. Yeah. What kind of style is this with a long run of zipper?
Don't criticize before you see. It's a sheath dress. And it's stunning if you've got the figure for it.
Which you have.
Thank you.
All right, hold your breath. Here we go. It's too small.
How can it be? I haven't had dinner yet.
You should have bought a bigger size. This won't go any further.
Oh, you've just locked the zipper. Of course it will. Raise up the catch and pull.
Well, this time I'm holding my breath. Yeah, we made it.
How do you like the dress?
Nice shape.
You'll whistle some more when you get the bill.
Yeah, I can hardly wait.
Oh, it'll surprise you, because it doesn't cost as much as you think.
Well, that's a novelty.
Jeff, aren't you going to tell me what was in the letter from Dr. Bernays?
Nothing that requires discussion with you, my wifey, dear.
But it is about Reed.
So?
Well, I'm going to be his cousin-in-law, and I'm an interested party, not just the doctor's wife.
I'm not in the habit of discussing medical cases, and I see no reason to make an exception here.
You wouldn't make it so hush-hush if the letter had good news.
Yes, I would, Nina. There's nothing to discuss.
But if it's good news, why can't I read the letter?
Because I delight in frustrating snoops.
Oh, all right.
Nina, you've got to learn that a doctor's business is very private. Your company's here.
Oh, Julie's coming alone. Reed had something to take care of before he could get over.
I wish there were good news in this letter. Dear Dr. Browning, it'll be another week before certain tests are completed, and I can send you a conclusive report on your patient, Reed Nixon. But the indications are...
Jeff for a minute, honey.
Well, I hope you're more successful in getting something out of him than I am.
Hello there, Julie.
Hi. Oh, when you're through gabbing, come out and taste my new sauce for the shrimp.
Be delighted to.
Not you. You can starve till dinner.
She's mad at me because she's not a doctor, and therefore I refuse to consult her professionally.
Oh, consult her about what?
Everything. Nina likes to feel she's right in the middle of life. Oh, Julie, I've got a letter here that'll interest you.
Oh, have you heard from Dr. Bernays?
Do you remember when Mary Ann had that rash which looked like measles but didn't behave like measles?
Oh, have you got a report on that from the laboratory?
Yes. Here's the letter. You read it while I get this telephone call. Dr. Browning? Yes? Yes.
But this is from Why, it's about Reed.
No, don't read that, Julie. I handed you the wrong letter. Give it back, please. Here's the letter about Mary Ann.
In just a moment, we'll return to our story of Hilltop House. In the good old summertime, the man of the house often spends his Saturday mornings out on the golf course, and as he comes home in the afternoon, we hear his first words.
Oh, my aching back.
I thought you'd be aching all over when you came back. The Alka-Seltzer is on the kitchen table, waiting for you.
Now, there's a smart wife, because she knows that Alka-Seltzer relieves muscular aches and pains in a hurry. You see, Alka-Seltzer contains sodium acetyl salicylate, one of the most helpful pain relievers known. And equally important, tests prove the system absorbs more of this pain reliever faster from Alka-Seltzer. It's pleasant to take, too. A tangy, sparkling solution that's really refreshing.
Thanks for the Alka-Seltzer, honey. That should do the trick.
It really will, friends. Gentle, speedy Alka-Seltzer is first aid for muscular aches and pains. And now we'll return to our story for a moment. Julie was worried. Jeff seemed to be alarmed when he accidentally handed her the letter from Dr. Bernays, and it was about Reed.
Jeff didn't want me to see the letter from Dr. Bernays. But why? Unless there's something he doesn't want me to know. But why should he keep it from me? If it concerns Reed, it concerns me, too.
Be sure to tune in on Monday to another exciting episode of Hilltop House. Hilltop House is written by Addie Richton and Lynn Stone and is directed by Jack Rubin. Julie is played by Jan Miner. Robert Haig is Dr. Jeff, and Nina is played by Janice Gilbert. Remember this name, friends, Miles Nervine. Yes, Miles Nervine, to save you from those annoying nights when you feel too much on edge to get to sleep. Now, the beautiful thing about Miles Nervine is that it relaxes you and lets you sleep. It doesn't put you to sleep. That's why you don't feel so let down the next day. Miles Nervine is easy to buy and pleasant to take. So ask for it at any drugstore, effervescent tablets, or liquid. Follow the label, avoid excessive use. Yes, remember this name, Miles Nervine, to let you relax and get the restful sleep you need. Get Miles Nervine today. Listen to Hilltop House on Monday and every day, Monday through Friday. Sandy Becker speaking. This is the CBS Radio Network.
We have very few episodes of Hilltop House, but it does have quite the history. It started back in 1937. It aired on both CBS and Mutual for a time in 1937 through 1938, stayed on CBS till 1941, at which time the show left CBS. And, well, actually, for a period of time, it was broadcast on both CBS and NBC as the story of Bess Johnson. Bigoted officials dismissed Johnson from her position at the orphanage, and the new program focused on Johnson as she looked for a new job and faced new dramatic developments. Behind the scenes, Palmolive Soap changed advertising firms. New agency wanted to cut down costs. Well, producer Ed Boden-Wolf took the show off the air. The new agency replaced it with the story of Bess Johnson. Johnson left Hilltop House on a Friday. The following Monday, she became superintendent of Mount Holly School for Girls. Kleenex, the new sponsor of the show. Now, in 1948, Miles Laboratories brought Hilltop House back to CBS. It was on the air on CBS from 1948 to 1955. Dropped for a year, then came back from 56 to 57 on NBC. But the show did actually have runs from 1937 to 1957, but not all of those years. And, of course, you notice the name there, Jan Miner. You remember her as Madge. She was the Palmolive lady in those commercials from years and years ago. Alrighty, tomorrow on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, presenting Charles Boyer, The Adventures of Sam Spade, Romance, Dr. Christian, and The Challenge of the Yukon. That's all coming up tomorrow. Have yourself a great day. Visit us tomorrow when we're here with more Classic Radio Theater. I'm Wyatt Cox.